Anytime.
You will never find the more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Hey guys, looks like your free ride's over, huh? Have fun living on the streets.
Okay, cool. Good chatting, you guys.
All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the weekly Rogues Gallery, or now the weekend Rogues Gallery. We're doing 2 shows a week now, so I don't even know what the title of this show is anymore, but it's episode 50, and we are good to go. We're going to have a really awesome night. We're joined by none other than Camelot, or also known as soon-to-be NASCAR legend, Cody Dennison. What is going on, man?
Yes, well, I'm technically already a legend.
Right, you're going to be in a freaking video game.
Oh yeah,
for all eternity.
Yeah, dude, it's awesome. I forget about that until people say it. It's gonna be pretty sweet. But no, like we were at Daytona a few weeks ago, and I was pumped. We had like a fast car. I never have a fast car, right? Because I'm on a budget. You know, I'm not rich. I'm just a random guy. So I'm like going in here trying to make my way, and we're usually we have a midfield car. And at Daytona we had a fast car, and I was like, man, we about to go hard. And then 4 laps in, my happy ass gets loose and wrecks the whole damn field.
Yeah, I saw that. Oh.
And everybody was pissed. Everybody was pissed at me. Man, I was scrolling down Facebook. I saw people that I like that were friends of mine that were talking shit about me. I even saw like a couple like well-known NASCAR drivers call me an idiot. And I'm like, no, God, how could you do that? It was rough. But yeah, I make my first NASCAR truck series start in 2 weeks at Martinsville. I'm very, very excited. Man. That's gonna be
awesome. Yeah, man.
Awesome. So very excited. I got my Flux shirt on for Flux Racing. They're jumping on board this year in a big way, making it happen. So, and Timcast, of course. Very exciting time to be alive. As long as you're not like hitting walls. Man.
Yeah, it's crazy. When I remember watching the stream where I first heard like you were gonna start racing. I'm like, what? Well, no way. Hell no. And then like
freaking non sequitur.
2 years later, yeah, you're legit, man. That is really freaking awesome.
Got very lucky. Very lucky. Like I bought a race car, like basically the same thing that's in Savage Dad's picture back down there. I bought one of those, and it just had a different body on it. Had a steel body on it. And I bought a trailer. I bought a hauler. I bought a car, and I was like, now I'm broke. And then I was just driving like South Carolina, Virginia, like Illinois, driving this car around. Had no idea what the hell I was doing. Like I was setting the car up myself. I'm like, tire pressures, I don't know what that means. So I had to basically learn all of it. And of course, I wrecked that car one time, then I wrecked another car because that's what you do in racing. And then I did it for 2 years, and that kind of in that capacity. And this guy I know within NASCAR just called me in December of like last year, I think it was, and or the year before last. And was like, "Do you want to race NASCAR?" And I'm like, "Yeah, but there's no way I could ever afford that." And he's like, just try it; it'll be fine. So, I spend every dime I have to go to Daytona, and we don't qualify for the race, and it's a big bummer. And then I just started putting fillers out there for sponsorship because that's how this works. I mean, without sponsorship, it doesn't matter who you are; you got to have sponsorship. So I randomly one day mentioned it to Ethan Van Sciver, like randomly. I was just like, get a Cyberfrog car. And he was all about it, and we made it happen. And then that attracted a lot of eyeballs. And then I asked Tim Pool about it, and he's like, hey, let's talk about it. So I flew up to his ranch, and I was like, what do you think? And he's like, let's do it. And I'm like, all right, well, and here we are a year later, and we're still doing it. And Tim, I don't know anybody's opinion on Tim, but Tim Pool, regardless of what you think about him, is like, he's the most supportive dude I've ever encountered in life. Like I can text him and be like, dude, look, I'm in a spot, and like I'm having these people, like I had a sponsor drop, blah blah blah. And Tim's like, I got you every time, and I'm like, oh, thank God. So he's been unbelievable. So thank God for that, man. But it's been quite the ride, and we've had a lot of good runs. So when I first started, I was in this car. It was an 06 car, and it was like last place car, right? And we were running top 10 in it a lot. And I remember going on like threads before people knew who I was. I remember going on threads, man, and people were like, damn, this 06, they're doing really good. They're overperforming this year. They got more top 10s than they've had in the last 10 years combined. I'm like, yeah. And then they found out who I was, and they're like, I hate that guy. Man, I'm talking strictly online. Like in real life, everybody's like, woo! But as soon as you go to Reddit, they're like, I hope he dies.
Damn. That's everything on Reddit.
Reddit. If you want the worst opinion on any given topic, I swear to God, like I'll look up something I'm like something that's like indefensible, and there'll be like threads of like why it's the best thing ever, and when someone objects in the comments, they're like downvoted to oblivion.
Oh, dude, no.
If you're on Reddit, you're winning. When I saw my first post on Reddit, someone making fun of one of my thumbnails, I'm like, I've made it. This is how you make
survive. No, I didn't.
I guess I haven't made it yet.
I did not realize the hate. And, well, I guess I kind of did, but until we had our official NASCAR announcement like a few months ago, the truck series announcement. And I've been racing ARCA, which is a NASCAR series for the last year. But it doesn't have the word NASCAR in front of it, so people kind of don't consider it NASCAR, even though it's it's owned and operated by NASCAR. And as soon as we had the NASCAR announcement, I did not realize. I saw it on Reddit, and it had 0 upvotes and like 100 replies. And I was like, oh my God. There was people getting banned on Twitter, like left and right, because like, I hope he dies, immediately banned. You can't say it. And they were so detailed. I saw one, and they always have like furry or anime profile pictures every time.
Of course.
Every single one
they do.
I saw they had it on Twitter too. And of course, the Twitter one was actually decent until like people started getting a hold of it. And there was like 2 or 3 people that are like, I hope he hits the wall and like dies and suffers in the fire as he's burning. And I'm like, damn. So I bookmark it and I go to show my girl like an hour later. And I go, oh, they've been permanently suspended from Twitter. I'm like, oh,
nice, man.
Well,
you make one joke about a burglar's demise, man, and it's just all down over there. I want to talk to you about that. That was hilarious. You were literally repeating the same joke about which I think was just a parody article about the guy getting taken out forcibly during a home invasion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying. No, to be fair, I'm kind of glad that account got banned. Because I've said some spicy stuff over the years, so you can't see anymore. But no shit. Dude, everybody made the joke. Everybody made the same joke I made. It was just a guy. Yeah, a guy in New Zealand. Some dude broke into his house, and instead of getting the goods and getting all the gold and treasure, he got raped. And that's kind of funny. Because you're like, oh, I came for some like money.
Oh, it's really funny.
Well, he's feeling like camel, right?
That's amazing.
All he got was a load. And
he wasn't the one doing the coming.
Break into my house, I'm fucking you to death.
He's breaking into yours too.
Hey, he's not breaking into any more houses.
Yeah. And all I did was quote tweet it and said, if you broke into my house, I'm doing the same thing. Permaban. I was like, what?
Self-defense bad.
Bro,
you definitely can't call that an instance
not
of
self-defense, Vaughn.
I zoned out. What was I defending?
You will be praying for the spear when I'm done with you.
Yeah, I call my 12 gauge. I call my 12 gauge left nut and right nut. So
that's not even being scared straight. That's being scared gay. After that happened, he just
like, please take me to prison for the love of God.
Oh,
they'll be gentler in prison.
That's the one thing about Alabama, dude. Is if somebody I live in Alabama. And if somebody breaks in my house, that's called Castle Dockstrom, bro. So,
right.
Not whatever happens to you after is you could break into my house. I could deliver the load and a 12 gauge. They show up and there's like 9 body parts. Like, damn, how many times you reload?
he walks in a full man, walks out looking like he went through a cheese grater.
Not even I'm in Alabama. They're like, oh, damn,
cut him up.
Good.
Cut him up to like 30 pieces and be like, I thought he was going to get back up. Look.
Here, I glued him back together for you. Hopefully. Yeah.
You break into my house, there will be no open casket.
All right. Honestly, that's the way that should be the way it should be everywhere. It's insane that it's not. Oh, real quick, before we get too far into the show, going to do a quick go around. And we got a quick important announcement to make by our newly elected producer, Arza. In fact, Arza, before we do intros, I'm going to go ahead and let you take the floor. What you got to say?
All right. So over the last couple of weeks, I've been working on a special project for. Oh, great! Now I go blurry. Excellent. I've been working on a special project.
College internet sucks, man.
It's too spicy for YouTube. It blurs it automatically.
We officially have a Rogues Gallery affiliated Discord channel that's going to encapsulate everything Rogues Gallery, including the individual people. Aaron, if you have the link, can you post it in the comments so people know how to go to it? Basically, once you go, we've got 6 simple rules. They're easy to follow. The number 1 rule is don't be a simp. Looking at you, Theo. And
hey,
yeah, you just click and confirm there.
That wasn't a denial, by the way.
It was not a denial. You're very right, Shredder.
Yeah.
And the best part about this is the goal of it is to become a mini Discord for every single person who wants their community there. So, like, say you really like Touch Grass with Theo Snodgrass tomorrow at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the correct time zone. If you click on Theo's face in the roles channel, you will be added to all of Theo's exclusively Theo's Discord sections. Well, you got to pay for that, unfortunately. But this way, you can really connect with any of the creators that you really like, and it's going to be open for pretty much anyone in the Rogues Gallery who wants to join it. And I'll create them their own channel as well.
Awesome.
And I really appreciate you doing that because you're younger than me. You're in college and I can't figure out Discord to say I tried it making one like a year ago and I gave up within 2 hours.
Oh my God,
made no sense to me.
I don't even want
in other words,
why did they make it so hard?
PTSD.
I could do MySpace when I was a kid, like no problem. That Discord shit is ridiculous. Set permissions.
Could you possibly sound any more like a boomer right now?
Well, you see, they didn't want people to say whatever they want, so they tried to make it hard to say whatever you want. But screw that.
No, I had to delete. I got rid of it. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. For one, I don't understand none of it. And also, two, I had a Discord server that was booming when I first started YouTube. And we had thousands and thousands of members, and it got partnered. So Discord started paying me and sending me all kinds of Discord stuff. And I was like, cool, Discord hoodie. And dude, my like mods in the Discord, they just like would war against each other every week. There'd be a war, the mods going after each other, and they'd all come to me. I'd be sleeping or freaking making some stomach pancakes or hooking up with somebody, and I would look and my phone's buzzing. I got like 8 messages from mods. They're like, "This mod called me fat. This mod called me gay." And I'm like, "I don't care. What do you?"
That's one thing I've learned.
That's just Discord mods in general.
The people who moderate Discord are the same ones wishing that you die on Reddit. They're the exact same people.
Dude, no shit. My Discord still exists, and I went to it. Like, I'll go to it once in a while when I like reinstall Discord for whatever reason. I'm doing a show, and I'm like, I gotta reinstall it, and I'll go and I'll see it. It's like an old memory, like a shell. And there's like literally like there's like 5 Schmeagles like still left in it, like hiding behind rock. And I'll just say hey. I'll say hey in it, and these guys will just be like, "Fuck you, we hate you," and I'm like, "Dang!"
Like, I own this.
Your own Discord? Yeah,
why don't you crash out at your next race?
It's crazy. I'm like, I gotta leave. I gotta leave. Once a year, I'll say hey, yeah, and then they'll be like, "I hate you." I'm like, all right, I'm gonna leave.
Do you think they're like waiting in the trenches for you to come back?
Well, that's what I'm working toward. Get successful enough in Discord to all of my mods hate me, and I just ignore it for the after that.
He's like Wonder Woman crossing no man's land, and they're all in the trenches. Oh no, here he comes!
They're sitting there with their label rifles, just waiting for you to cross no man's land.
Yeah, they're all fat and gay anyway. I don't care what they say.
Hey, I'm your only mod right now.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't say anything. About that.
I was piggybacking off your joke, but you actually made it better. So thank you.
Yes.
All right, quickly go around the horn. Theo Snodgrass, how's your week going, man?
What's up, buddy? Happy to be here. Very excited about the Discord. And I'm very excited to be here, do this show. And oh, guess what? I got my show tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. If you want to come hang out with me again, that'll be a lot of fun. Everybody should do that.
Sensual right there. Why'd you say it like that?
Because I'm a sensual guy. I'm trying to increase the 4% of my audience that's female.
There you go.
But do you want to increase the percent that identify or are?
Yeah, no Adam's apples, please. If you're if you're smuggling a 10 pin under that dress, please stay home.
It depends, Theo. Listen, all right, you're a good dude. You're a good dude. If you can get like 10%, 20% demo from chicks, bro, you'll be the super chats go wow. And then in your DMs, and then like 50-year-old titty, it's pretty nice. I mean, it's it's something,
right?
And I'll say nice. They look great, baby. I
look forward to it.
If you send enough $100 super chats, I don't care what you're packing. I'm just saying, like,
$100 is $100.
I grew up in a trailer park. If I find myself face to face with one of these people that are dropping Red Boys like for a year, I might suck them off.
Someone clip that whole thing right there. It's just courtesy at that point.
You gotta show respect to your fans.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
Respect the fuck out of your fans.
Gotta retain that viewership somehow.
Speaking of super chats.
Oh, Professor Savage Head, thank you for the super chat. Man, I think it was the wall's fault. We got Society Reviews today, known as Black Walmart. What's going on, Black Walmart?
I'm doing pretty well. I'm like Walmart of the part of the town you don't want to be in. So I have yet to see Vagabond in quite some time.
He'll be joining.
One day he'll make his way back around.
He'll be here soon.
Vaughn Coleman, who just hit his goal on Kickstarter.
Oh yeah.
What is going on? I probably stole the thing you wanted to say, but
oh yeah, well yeah, I I just
thunder.
hit my goal. No, I more than double it. Come on, give you some credit here. No, but I'm doing well, man. I'm closing out my Fund My Comic this weekend, and then my Indiegogo next week, and getting my book ready for the printer. So that's been a ton of fun. That's basically been my life, outside of my life. So
awesome,
that's
man.
really what I've been up to. So it's been fun.
I'm glad to see
Outside
the
of
book
high
doing
school,
so
you
well. We're all a little worried since you were starting in January, and I know
Yeah.
some of us
me
said maybe
especially.
wait. Yeah, but hey, you did it anyway, so good job, dude.
Well,
Strider's wearing a hat.
I am. I'm gonna keep making this a thing, actually, mainly because it's rodeo season and I'm trying to get it to fit again. I haven't worn it in a bit, but really enjoying it. Thanks for having me on. I'm happy to be here.
Awesome. And Nate's here. Moving on to Professor. How's it going, Professor?
Oh, not bad. It's been a pretty good week.
He is going to kill you at the next D&D session.
To be fair, does anybody want to hear about Nate's week? It's probably really, really boring.
We're just gonna start calling Nate Roddy Dangerfield here.
No respect. Does he get that reference, or is he too young? Like,
I'm just thinking.
Nate,
I'm currently thinking of all the ways I could kill him in the next couple episodes right now.
Cool.
I was gonna say,
I'm giving you something to work with.
Yeah,
we played D&D on. He's DM on our D&D games on Saturday, so I'm giving him something to work with. All right, Professor.
Yeah. Other than my 3D printer being fucked up, it's a pretty good week. I was trying to get back to some 3D printing streams, but I've got to fix some motors on the bottom of it. So
damn, that's depressing.
We can take the damn thing apart.
Cool. And I thought Nate was the boring one. All right, moving on. We got first in Lawrence Knight. What's going on, man? We got Pyramid 7 LFG. Hell yeah, man. Good to see you. I've never seen you in the chat before. We've got Alonto and where's Camelot? If he ain't here, I'm broke. I don't blame you. If he wasn't here, you would be welcome.
Named after a mid-size Hyundai.
What's going on, Diana? Let's see who else we got here. We got Samuel the Effenance. What's going on, man? I'll be checking out your show later, at least on the replay. Vagabond, who will be joining us shortly. And let's see, Rick and Knight, dude. I've seen you around. What's going on, man? Good to see you. We got Jason Clinton, and we got Peachy Peaches. What's going on? And I think that's everybody for now. Oh, and our mod, Drunken Emerald Arrow. And go sub to his channel for insert title here, which comes on just about an hour after the show. All right, we've said hi to the chat, so let's get back into it. So. Again, I said when I first saw, I think it was on Flashcast when you were talking about starting NASCAR, that was just kind of crazy, especially kind of considering how I knew you from the online persona.
Yeah, dude, a lot of people don't actually know. They don't know. Okay, here I'm gonna tell you a really embarrassing story, and I'll put a little break in there so you can get that super chat. But my entire life, I wanted to race in NASCAR. And if you would have asked me from like age 6 to about 16, 17, what I want to do, I'm like, I want to race NASCAR. But when when my frontal lobe started poking out and I started realizing that was infantile and stupid, I'm like, what am I saying? Like, I got to go get a job, work 9 to 5, right? Which is what I did. And then I put that behind me and never thought about it again. And now it's weird that my infantile dream that was stupid somehow is real now. It took, now granted, I'm old as hell. I shouldn't be doing this. I'm 35, but hey, you got to.
Oh, that's so old.
Yeah. Well, that's like 100 in racing years. No shit. Everybody I race against is 19. Everybody. They're all like, they all have their like little girlfriend with them, and they're all clean shaved. Me. And I'm showing up like my beard's gray. It doesn't look like it on camera, but in real life, it's like gray. And I'm showing up. I'm like, "What's up, y'all?" And I'm like, freaking, my belly's hanging out. You know what I'm saying? It's weird. It is weird. But I kick a lot of their asses sometimes. Most of the time, not really. But
hey, man, that is cool that you had the dream and then you went back to it, because so many of us don't do that. You kind of, it's either age or in most cases women that just crush your dreams and then you don't move forward with them ever.
I did all that,
bro. For real though,
happened. That all happened. That's why I'm so old. Like, I was married for like 7 years. She dipped out, and then I'm like, damn, now what do I do? And then I was like, I guess I'll just work from 9 to 5. And then I that sucked. And then GameStop was like, we're about to fire you. And I'm like, all right, I guess I'm done with this. I went and got another job. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna start doing YouTube. I've always wanted to do YouTube, right? Like that was like what I wanted to do since 2006. Like there's videos on my channel from 2006, me playing guitar and all that. And I'm like, that's what I want to do, man. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna actually try. So I just started doing YouTube. And I just made GameStop video talking about GameStop because I saw this guy make a video and he's like, you know, like I worked at GameStop for 2 months. Here's the insider secrets. And it had like 1 million views. And he was like, yeah, the games are gutted and they're not actually new sometimes. And that was like the big thing in his video. And I'm like, bro, I watched my manager bang hookers. What the hell? So I'm like, dude, it was like my GameStop was insane with my manager. He's like a 500-pound dude that would have hookers in the back room. Like, not even lying, dude.
Well, GameStop for me.
Yeah, and they would walk into
what's my excuse? Fuck,
dude, it was crazy.
I was a manager for GameStop for 5 years, so I know exactly the play.
I know what I'm looking for when I go back.
Iron.
It was wild, man. Yeah.
No wonder GameStop's
the
going
fact
out
that
of
you
business.
buy a
Y'all
new
doing
game
everything
that's
but
been
sell
opened
games.
is the craziest thing you've heard about the company. Then oh my god, you've never worked there.
And
well, do tell more. You know,
but no shit. So I made that first video, and I filmed it like 5 times because I had no idea what I was doing, and I was real awkward. I was hiding my accent because I'm like, no, people don't want to hear my redneck accent. So I finally got a video out, and I put it out, and it's like 20 minutes long or something. And then I just started putting out videos of me talking about GameStop stories and then other shit. And I got tired of it. You know, you're doing it a lot and no one's watching. That's the thing that people don't understand about YouTube. No one's watching for the first 6 months, like 0. And I think it got like 800 views or something. And I was like, damn, that's pretty good. And then I went to my friend's graduation. And I was like, I'm going to take a few weeks off this YouTube shit because it's kind of hard putting this out and editing it while working full time and all this. And I was laying in bed at this old ass, I think it was like Theodore Roosevelt's like mansion in Georgia that her family rented out, not me. And I went to her graduation and I was sitting there in bed and I was like, man, I got a lot of notifications. And I look and I look at YouTube and it's like all coming from my YouTube app. And I like refreshed it and I went from 200 subs to 900. And I was like, oh my God. And it had had 28,000 views on that video, that one video. And I was like, that's pretty sweet. So I'm like, yeah. So I go to sleep and I wake up, I don't know, maybe probably 11, 10. I don't remember. And I go to my YouTube app and I refresh it and I had 20,000 subs.
Holy crap.
Oh my God.
Jesus.
By the time I got home, I had 30,000. And I was like, I guess I'm going to start doing this. So I put out a few videos and they were getting 100,000 every time. And I was like, I can't believe this. And I was like, I guess I'll stream. And I just played Oblivion because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Great. And this was when Super Chats had just started like the week before. And this guy named Jesus, I think his name's just Jesus Christ. He was. PewDiePie made a video about him and everything. Like he was like a big YouTuber at the time, and he like jumped in my chat, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, Jesus! It's just that guy!" And he's like, "Turn Super Chats on," and I'm like, "All right, cool." So I went and turned them on, and then I streamed again like the next day, played Oblivion, and I made $800. And I was like,
"Oh
wow,
crap!" Damn.
And I had like 1,000 people watching, and I was like, "Oh my!" And I like started crying because I'm kind of gay. And the reason is I can explain what the thought process was. It was like, holy shit, I can do this. That's a job. So I just started and I never stopped, and that's what I've been doing ever since. So
dude, that's like the dream. Like for
that's
real,
awesome.
that's so cool.
That's the thing. And I tested this theory with another channel. So I try to tell people, everybody's always asking, how do you do it? And I'm like, okay, I can tell you, you're not going to do it because no one ever freaking listens. But what you got to do is you got to put out something that's a little bit different or thought provoking. Doesn't really have to be different. And all you got to do is put out a video every 3 days, and no one's going to watch for 6 months. And then one day in that 6 month window, one video is going to get touched by the algorithm because the YouTube's going to test you. They're going to be like, okay, well, this guy's obviously, they're consistent. So they're going to pump up one of your videos, and then whichever one they pump up, whatever the subject matter is, that's what you do for the next 6 months. And I started another channel, and it was just me interviewing people, and I was putting out clips every day for 4 or 5 months, and they were getting 100 views. Mm-hmm. And the 6 month, probably right at the 6 month mark, I had a interview with Drinker. I think it was Critical Drinker, and it went 300,000 views overnight, and it immediately same shit. So I just it started exploding, and I was like, well, son of a bitch, and now I don't even use that channel anymore.
I watched that interview actually. I was listening to it while working.
I fired my editor. I was broke. That was the reason. It wasn't because
Real quick, while there's a little bit of a pause, I'm gonna highlight the amazing super chat, our very first $100 super chat.
Man, you didn't need to do that, but
Lawrence.
thank you so much.
Wow.
Congrats
You
on monetization.
cheat bastard.
Team Iron Scream, never rust. If you haven't, please like and subscribe and donate if you feel moved to do so. Thanks, Lawrence, man. I appreciate it. And everybody go check him out over on Sam's channel here later on, I think this evening.
Yep.
Then we got for $5, woke retail or food service is soul crushing. I 100% agree. Done it pretty much my whole life. Kind of still am I'm in finance now, and it's a little different, but not really. It's still service, and servicing sucks.
I can give you
some people are just awful.
Yes, it does.
Stay strong, people. Live out, and spite of what you have, never give up. Great, actually, that is great advice.
Yeah,
and
you
that's what I love to hear. No matter what your age is, if once you get past that, whatever is holding you back from whatever your dream was, either as a kid or currently, just fucking go for it. All you have to lose is failure. It's like you're gonna fail at shit anyway,
dude. You're
gonna fail at your shit job.
But now you know what not to do.
So cliche is like what people ask, like, how do you do all this stuff? And I'm like, I know this is gonna sound real dumb, and it's not helpful, but you got to just do it. It sounds really dumb, but when I started all this. And when I started racing, for example, I was like, oh, well, I want to continue doing this. I'm out of money. I have no money. I didn't qualify at Daytona. Didn't qualify at Phoenix. My career is over. And I was like, but I'm just going to keep doing it. So I started just calling people. So I called team owners. I called, future sponsors. I was messaging people. I was like, I just kept going forward. And I told the team, yes, I'm running the next race. They're like, do you have money? I'm like, yes. I don't. So it basically put me in this position where I have to make it happen. I can't, if I don't make it happen, they have a car ready for me, and my dumbass is like, but I don't have money. So you just have to make it happen, and that's the same situation I'm still in. I'm still in that. I do that. It comes down to, I'll have 6 days to make $100,000, and I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do it. And every time I get in contact with somebody, and I'm just like, it's like the last day, and I'm like, freaking, I can't sleep or anything. And I'm like, please, and I'm being real professional. I'm not being beggy. I'm not being pushy at all. I'm like, and then they do it. And I'm like, all right, now we got another 3 months. And I'm like, it's great, but you got to keep doing it. Otherwise, I'd have quit a long time ago. Trust me, there's a big part of me that's like, man, I just want to play like Oblivion or World of Warcraft or something and not have to do this anymore. Because
where the real money is.
Dude, it's so stressful. But you just got to do it, man. And the best thing you can do is people ask, like, how did you get into racing or anything like that? Like, just start find out who these team owners and anything in any sport you want to go into, call one of these team owners and talk to them. And that you're 90% there, right? That's it. Now you know what to do. Now you know to talk to. You have a contact. And that is the biggest thing. Having a contact anywhere, develop contacts and relationships with people that you can message on a whim, like, dude, I'm in a bind, and like you can save your ass. So that's how you do it, man. Got to keep doing it.
Very inspirational. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. I remember that race last year in Phoenix. It actually, I went to go see you, and I took my kids who didn't know what it was. I took my boys out with me. They'd never been to NASCAR before. They didn't know nothing about it. And, they complained because, I don't know what this is. Is this going to be interesting? They fucking loved it. Like, as soon as the cars got loud, my youngest son's like, oh, like he was that about it. So when they knew it was March again, and they're like, hey, is Camelot going to be racing out there again? And I'm like, yeah, it's going to be out. Like, are we going to go? Are we going to go? Are we going to go? Like, for weeks, bugging me about it. So now they're like, fucking, they wanted to go to another race last year after that. And I was like, there's nothing coming up. And I was like, but Monster Trucks is going to be out here. And they're like, okay, and we went to Monster Trucks. So like, I got to get that signed up again here. Monster Jam's coming back. But they're like, fucking totally in it. Even my teenager who doesn't like shit because he's 14 was like, are we going to NASCAR again, Dad? I'm like, yeah, want to go, dude. He's all in on it. I love it.
It's awesome.
How close are you to Tucson?
Wholesome as hell.
I mean, I'm in Phoenix, so about 2 hours.
Well, I don't know that. I'm from Alabama. I don't know where Tucson is.
I'm 2 hours.
It's all dirt out there. I don't know.
All you got to do is message me. And if you want to go to Tucson's in like 3 weeks, you want to go and be in the garage, we can sit your kids in the car, have some
Holy
fun.
Shit.
Hang out.
Oh, yeah. What?
Let me know. And
that'd be awesome.
And you just show up, man. And you can come hang out in the holler. We'll eat hot dogs and shit.
Hell yeah.
Dude, that is awesome.
Wow.
Yeah, dude. You can come hang out.
Man, I didn't get to go to any races as a kid. I went to my first race. I think I was like 20. And I was like, what the fuck? Because I never saw the appeal. I'm going to be honest. It was just like, I was one of the same people who like, it's driving in circles. What's the fun? Then you go to one and you're like, holy shit, it's like a fuck. You can feel it in your fucking body as the cars are going by. It's fucking awesome.
Don't realize it. A lot of people, like, I was the same way. Now, granted, I was obsessed with it even when I went to it.
He's making a left turn.
Dude, I went to Talladega. I was like 14, first time I went to Talladega. And you don't, like, you can see it on TV. You can, you know it exists. You can go to when you go to your first race at a big track like Talladega, Charlotte, Daytona, something like that. They go by the front stretch or back stretch, wherever you're at. It's you know how fast they're going. You just don't realize it until you're there. And they go by and you can't even read any of the cars because it's just a big blur. And it's like, and they're gone. You're like, holy shit, they're going like 1,000 miles an hour. It's what it feels like. Inside the car, it doesn't feel like you're going that fast unless you're at Michigan because you get really used to it. It doesn't feel like you're going very fast until you go to like Michigan. Then it's the sound is what it's fast. Like at Michigan, we wind out the gears in fourth and you're going about 195 into the corner and the car is screaming and like almost on the chip and blipping on the chip. And you're like, damn, I'm going fast. You can feel it. Like you're like at Talladega and Daytona, it's like you're sitting at 7,000 RPMs, maybe 6,800. So you're like, oh, blah, 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 blah. But at Michigan, it's wound out. Screaming. You're like, damn, I'm about to freaking fly into this. So it's like, when you go to it, that's what I tell a lot of people. They're like, oh, why would I care about that? It's like, maybe just go to one.
Go.
And you'll be like, oh, wow, this is different than I thought it was going to be. This is
I've never been. I don't know what it's like. So
it's wild.
Neither.
It's wild.
It's
4 hours away from the Texas Motor Speedway. It's kind of gone by now.
A little bit. Yeah. And what I like a lot about the races are the crowds because it's a real party vibe. The whole everybody's fucking cool and chill and drinking like crazy.
Hell yeah, speaking of my language.
That's the thing that sucks about it for me. Because I'll go there.
You can drink.
I'm on a schedule. I'm on this like tight ass, like every 15 minutes, I got to go do a thing schedule. Like you got to get certified every single weekend. You got to do this, and you're running everywhere and getting on trams and riding around and shit. And there's no way obviously I couldn't do it the day of, but I can't even do it the whole weekend. And I'm like, man, everybody's drinking, having a good time. And I'm like, just sitting there, like no sleep, 8 a.m. on a tram, going to this thing, then going to this photo shoot. I'm like, I want to have fun. It's only fun when you get in the car, and then you're like, all right, this is fun now.
I want to be where the people are.
That's how it is, man. That's how it is. But yeah, dude, if any of you guys want to come, all you got to do is message me. So
sure,
I'll be I'm running the Truck Series race at Texas. I think it's next month or the month after.
We're closest to Arizona. We could probably drive up there.
Yeah, we almost went to the one that if you remember, we were thinking about. We're on a work. I was on a current work grind that I couldn't get out of.
Yeah, Tucson.
Dude, that'd be awesome. 3 weeks.
Yeah,
that's not a far stretch for us.
It's a short track, so it's not fast, but it's like really intense. Short track racing, it's a completely different discipline. Like people think all of it's similar. Like at Talladega, completely different discipline. It's nothing like Charlotte. Charlotte, you're off throttle. You're making runs. You're running up high, running down low, trying to figure out what you need to do. And it's a balls racetrack. I call it a balls racetrack. What that means is you have to have balls, or else you're going to be slow. And I don't mean that as in literal. I mean that you have to put it to the floor. And when it feels like you're going to die every lap, and you just keep going. And a short track's completely different. I mean, you're going to a corner going 120, and you're waiting for the car to settle in the middle of the corner, and then it starts to get like weirdly loose and lean on its right rear, and then you floor it, and you're like dancing off the corner every time. So it's like everything's different. And then road courses are, of course, completely different. So we do all of it, and so I love doing. Is this
going to be the Tim car
at Arizona? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Awesome.
I gotta say, you describe this in like such an utterly romantic way. Like it's such a highly descriptive way you describe it.
The way you had.
Arza, can you try to keep your pants on, please?
Yeah,
I know.
Is that cool with everybody?
Aren't
you the one that made the no sipping rule? What the fuck, man?
Your first week as the producer,
bro.
Yeah,
romantic as in romanticism, the art movement. My
you
God,
sound like you're in love. He's not always like this.
Oh, good, la-di-da, college educated over here.
Camelot, you know where all your super chats are going to be coming from for a while.
I'm your biggest fan.
He heard what I said earlier. He's like, all right, I'm getting ready to
turn up the charm.
Wear pants.
In Vegas.
That's one of the first rules.
Arza, show us what the keyboard looks like.
Are you coming to the Vegas meetup, Camelot?
When's that?
April 17th.
Oh, I don't know. I know I have 3 truck races in April. I don't know if it's on
That's
the
tax
schedule.
day. So.
So
Tax day.
I wish I was racing in Vegas right now. They're racing.
Oh
right now.
yeah, I heard
Mhm.
about that. They're doing NASCAR right now.
Yeah, next
Oh,
year
okay.
I'll probably be there. But how it works with NASCAR is you have to do the like certification process. You have to run a short track, you have to run a speedway, and the super speedways are different. You can run those, but so I have to run Martinsville as my first race. I can't run anything else. Then I run Rockingham, which is a mile, and then I can run everything on the schedule after that. So that's why I had to start in Martinsville. Otherwise, I'd be racing. I'd already been racing like the trucks right now. But the goal next year is to run full time in trucks and do the same thing I'm doing in trucks now in Xfinity, and then run full time Xfinity, and then I'm gonna check out. But all right,
oh yeah,
I did it. I'm tired. But yeah, no,
all right,
it is a lot different than people think, especially inside the car. It's just a lot of people think that you can, because this is like 90% of the fan base is like, oh, I could get in that car and do that. And it is.
Oh, I know I couldn't,
dude. It is not even remotely. I thought I was that guy. That was me. I was like, oh, I could get in this car and I'm going to easily beat half this field. And then you get in a car. My first time ever in a car, we were racing in Franklin. I think it was Franklin, Virginia. And I get in a car and I think I'm pretty fast. And I think I went like 24 laps down. And there were people going by me like, and I'm like, what's happening? Why do I suck? And the only way to get it's just seat time and experience. And then one day you see that guy comes and tries to race for the first time, and you know who it is. I recognize it. That was me. And they're starting like on the row, like maybe 2 rows up on the outside, because I'll start out back or something depending on what our strategy is. And I'm like, I'm blaring their ass on the restart. And dude, it's so fun. It's just so fun. And I think we were at Kern County in California, and we went like 1 lap down. And that is like a huge feat at a short track in a car that's not super fast to only go 1 lap down. Because, like you have to be basically half a.
Oh
no.
Yeah, I got a little froze. I'll be back. There we go.
But it's different. Yeah, it's different than people think. And you definitely know a normal person cannot get in a race car and go ham unless it's Daytona or Talladega. If they got little balls, you could totally do it. Because you just put it to where you ride. That's why Cletus. So Cletus McFarland, he's this big ass YouTuber, and he was at Daytona and he was running fast at Daytona, but it's Daytona. So I was like, yeah, that's pretty awesome. I would love to see him run Charlotte to see the difference. Because people are gonna be like, oh, he's gonna be fast at Charlotte. I'm like, I don't know. It's gonna be way different. way different than you think. Because when you have off throttle time and you're beside people and the car is slipping every lap and you're leaning on the right rear, and we run these things called bump stops, and it makes the car get loose. Like it almost forces it into a loose condition. So the car will oversteer on entry, and then it sets, and then you put it to the floor, and it just stays like oversteering, but it's controllable all the way off. And you're going like 175 miles an hour, and you're just and you're in this forced oversteer, which is fast. Oversteering is always fast. You can't fix a tight race car, but you can always run a loose race car and just dance it off the corners. And a lot of people, that's where they have this disconnect. Because I know people that they'll run like top 5 at Daytona, and we'll get to Charlotte and they go like 15 laps down. And it's just a different thing. It's a different beast entirely. So, but I love people getting into it. I really do.
What's the difference between the two, between Charlotte and Talladega? How is it different?
So Talladega is a 2.6 mile track. It's like 8 freaking lanes wide, and we run these things. They used to call them restrictor plates, but they're called tapered spacers. And we run like a V8. It's like a 6.0 V8, I think. And if we didn't have the restrictor on it, the car would go like 220 miles an hour, easy. But we put this restrictor on it to force everybody to draft, because drafting is way faster. When you're going 180 and you can take 1,000 or 2,000 pounds of downforce off of a spoiler from the car behind you is way faster. So basically, you're just bump drafting the whole time. So it forces everybody into this big tight pack, and you're just putting it to the floor, and you're trying to not hit the guy in front of you too hard, and you're just trying to not wreck. That's kind of the whole thing. At Charlotte, you're going into the corner. You put it to the floor. The car's loose, by the way. And you put it to the floor, and you're going down the back stretch, and then you'll go into turn 3, and you'll come off the throttle, and you'll ease on the brake just a little, and you can feel the car set like in your ass. Like you'll feel the car almost like grip on the right rear, and as soon as it grips, you can feel it. Like the weight and the momentum of the car will shift. And as soon as you feel the shift complete, you put it to the floor and it'll come off the corner. But if you do it any time before that, the car will shoot up towards the wall. So it's like this balancing act of always trying to be on the edge. And your tires will wear out, and they'll wear out. You get like your 50, 60 lap run at Charlotte, your tires are getting real worn, and then your off throttle time's insane. You're going into turn 1 and you come off the throttle all the way for like 4 seconds. Like count them. 1, 2, 3, and you're still off the throttle, dancing freaking out of control into the corner, and then you just put a little bit of throttle into it, a little bit more, and it starts dancing off the corner again. It gets harder and harder as the run goes on. Then you put new tires on, you feel like a superhero again.
I got that need.
It was like a 6-year-old wearing new shoes.
I can't imagine trying to maintain that level of control with that much adrenaline. That's where I just know I wouldn't be able to fucking handle it, man.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot of race car drivers in every discipline say you have to always be like right on the edge. And I never really understood what that meant. You think you do until you get there, and then you're like, oh, I get what that means. That means on the edge of, if you give it 1% or 2% more, you're hitting the wall or you're spinning and wrecking. That's the edge. You have to be right there. It's like what they call it in polling, like a margin of error. You have to be like right there, always in that margin of error. And if you're not there, you're going to be a second slower a lap. And if you go over it, you're going to wreck. So that's kind of, and you have to straddle that. And then there comes in natural talent and being just better at it and being quicker and understanding what the car is doing more. And then that kind of like differentiates the field. And of course, money differentiates the field. But yeah, it's a lot. I know it's I can talk about it all day, but it's just a lot of information, and a lot of people don't get it like that because you can't get it until you're there, or you're like really invested in it as a fan.
Yeah. But how many races do you do a year? And how is that decided?
It depends on the money, but last year I think I did 26 or 27. I think it was about 26 or 27. And this year I should be doing about probably 24. And it depends because every now and then it depends on, sometimes owners will get in a bind where they had a driver set up for a weekend, and then the driver suddenly is like, oh, my sponsor fell through, I can't race, right? So they'll call people like me and they'll be like, hey man, $8,000. One of your sponsors provide $8,000 to come run the race. And that's the last minute deals are always the cheapest, because if you pay ahead of time, you're paying like $30,000 depending on where you're going. But they'll be making an emergency like break even situation where they're like, all right, we're gonna break even on this race, so we're gonna call this guy, and you throw $8,000 at him and you can run a race. That's kind of how it works. So and it's different for everybody. That's just been my experience. But yeah, you can do anything. So my goal is to run as much as possible, as often as possible. The only thing that sucks about it is traveling. It is a nightmare. Dude, I hate getting on a plane every weekend and then going to another damn hotel every weekend. So
and then you just have somebody carting your gear back and forth while you're
and then it's usually Rake and Knott in the chat. I always make him freaking pull my gear. He's my boy.
Oh, dude.
But, yeah, I know. Like the hotels, man. I'm a Hilton Diamond member. Karis, nice.
Hiltons are excellent.
Yeah, dude. My buddy Karis, he's sponsors me, and he gets all my rooms for me. Cool. And I'm a Diamond member, and I'll be on a plane for 7 hours. I'm worn out. I haven't showered. I'm hungry because I ain't about to eat freaking airport food. And I'll get to the hotel at 1 a.m. And I'm like, I'm so thirsty, please God. And I'm a Diamond member, and I'm like, where's my free water? And depending on what hotel you get to, sometimes it's an old crotchety old man, and I'm like, where's my free snacks and water? And they just won't give it to you. And I'm like, I'm a Diamond member. Do you know who I am? I put
It's so sad when you said that.
Let me get out the card.
I don't even pay for it. And I'm pissed. I'm like, what am I even paying for? Oh, wait, I don't pay anything. Still, I'm a Diamond member. You should. No, but yeah, that's the worst part about it is traveling for sure. But other than that, I love it, and I hope to do it forever. But it just depends on if sponsors stick with you. Because if, my buddy Tim, or if the Flux guys or anybody was like, we can't do it this year, that's it. I'm done. So.
Yeah. Well, sounds, man, you got a good thing going, I think, and the video games definitely gonna bring up some more attention. So.
Oh yeah.
That's really
working
cool.
at GameStop. Did you ever think eventually you could be walking to a store just out on a whim and see your ass sitting there on the counter on the cover of a fucking NASCAR game?
Absolutely not.
Right?
Absolutely not. No.
It's come full circle.
Yeah, I signed the release forms, and people were like, "You gonna get paid for that?" I'm like, "No, It's a privilege, bro. No, yeah, I'm excited. People were real mad when they found out I was in the game. You know, the Reddit folks, so we're not happy.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be real.
Iconic it already.
Dude, I told
Don't worry, no one on Reddit can drive a car anyway.
That's true. They don't have license.
They can't. They don't own a car.
Are they going to be reenacting your death in game?
Oh, dude! Oh my gosh! On Twitter, the announcement on Twitter, dude. Every single comment was like, "I'm going to destroy that Timcast car." And I'm like, "What is wrong with you?" I told Tim. I messaged Tim. I'm like, "Hey, you want to be in the NASCAR video game?" And he's like, "Hell yeah, dude!" And I'm like, "All right, here's the release forms." He's so excited about it. I'm like, "This is going to be great."
Aw, that's awesome.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Tim's a huge nerd. Man, I like Tim Pool. I understand some of the critique. He can be a little wordy, a little obnoxious, but I wouldn't get my news if it really weren't. Like, that's how I watch the news now. And I also, he's the best gateway drug to sanity if you have a little more media conditioned friends and family. It's like, okay, I'm going to put on this non-threatening hipster in a beanie, and he's just going to say some like pretty common sense things and read the news as it, in a very factual basis and break it down. Like, I got my mom sitting there going, huh, well, I wonder if I've been lied to for the last 35 years. Yeah, you think?
That's all you need is like just make them think differently than what they are, and usually common sense catches up. Yeah,
and Tim's really good about that.
Yeah, last time I was on Timcast, I think I said like a total of 7 words last time I was on Timcast. I was so nervous.
Dude, yeah, so I made a point to watch that one, and I was like, "Come on, dude, you can do it."
I was so nervous. I was nervous because we still hadn't like talked about what we were doing for the year, and I was like, "Man, if I say the wrong thing, like I don't know if he's gonna want to, stay on board." I was just so nervous, man. So, but he was cool as hell, just like he always is. So next time I go on, I'll be way better. I'll be like, let's do shit. Because
well, then I saw you on Pop Culture Crisis, and it's like, okay, there he is. That's Camelot.
Brett, that's I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that was
me and Brett always go out to eat, and we like go to the theater all the time when I'm up there. So Brett's, he's just easy. It's easier because he's kind of lame. So
real quick, Arthur, you gotta go.
Yeah, I got work at 4 a.m, so I'm falling asleep here.
Okay,
this is awesome to meet you, and I want to be very clear when I said you are describing very romantically. I'm not saying that in a sexual way.
Yeah, the queen doth protest too much, methinks.
We are saying sexual.
If you have not addressed it again,
I completely forgot about it. Thanks for giving more ammo to roast you again.
Camelot sounds like he's in love with NASCAR. Camelot sounds like someone who absolutely loves NASCAR, and you can just feel his love for NASCAR. When
You
can feel his love for NASCAR pulsing.
NASCAR gets him dripping wet.
Love for NASCAR.
It's like NASCAR is like a woman with like tiny boobies and a giant ass. Oh God! It's a cheesecake, bro. It's
real men are ass men, by the way.
That's what radicalized me? You know what radicalized me? Mewtwo.
Good point.
Just Google Mewtwo and you'll understand. Yeah, that's it. That's
okay. But are you a Mewtwo Y or Mewtwo X?
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Bye. You gotta go.
Yeah. Thanks for having me on. And everybody, go to the Discord if you want to be able to talk to Iron and everyone else a lot more. It'll be a great community once we get up and running. And I'll see you guys. I don't know when. Sometime. Bye.
Yes. And thank you for all your hard work, Arza. And I'm glad to have you working for free as a producer now. So thanks, buddy.
No worries.
Go get some sleep.
The Mewtwo X and Y. I cannot believe he said that.
I don't know what that means, but I would.
That's why I can't believe he said it. I'm like,
I don't know what that means because I'm an old school. Right? I just did the 1, 2, and you can just keep the rest. Okay, except for that little fire.
I'm old enough to remember when they told us that we caught 150. I become a master. Then they added 100. Then they added another 100.
Yeah.
No, it was 151 because of Mew.
Yeah,
that's true.
And there's not a single one. There's not a single Pokemon from the 152 that I'd have sex with, except for Mewtwo.
Not even Jinx?
Yeah, not even Jinx.
Nah, maybe Meowth. I don't know, man.
More like I could always cuddle with you after.
Nurse Joy, on the other hand, I smash her face into the pillows.
Totally.
Hey, Vagabond.
After she healed my Pokemon.
Vagabond.
So,
hey.
Vagabond? Oh, there you are.
Hey, man. Thanks for
Not
hanging
much,
back.
but shoot. I'm here.
How's your week going, man?
Oh, no worries. Oh, it's going all right. Just working on stuff. Hopefully, pretty soon to start my podcast. Finally.
And what's that podcast called? Yes, I love that title.
Oh, I swear it's not hentai. Oh, am I lagging?
Yeah, I think
honestly,
a little bit of a delay with us.
At this point, you should have just called your podcast White Walmart.
All right, real quick, I'm gonna grab. I'm not used to this, dude. I just got monetized like last week, so I've been adjusting to this super chat thing. This is crazy. I've got one from Downsday Cobra. This him for baby. Good luck to make baby. Yay, Iron and Soul. Thank you.
No, do the voice. No, do the Tower Tard voice.
Baby, good luck to make baby. Yay, Iron Slow. There we go.
There you go.
Man. See, everyone in the chat
for 10. Well done on the 50th episode. Thank you so much.
Yes.
This is crazy. I've just been doing this once a week, mainly for fun, kind of a hobbyist, and just to kind of just have something to do so I don't drink myself to death. And it's turned out to be going all right, you know. Yeah. Diana Gordon for 19. You didn't have to do that. Congratulations on monetization. Loves my favorite weekly show. Now on 2 days a week. This is also my first super chat. Well, thank you so much. We've got another 5 for Mario. To add what Cody's saying, I've lost 4 pant sizes in the last year while working in a bakery. It's all about willpower and getting off your ass. Yes.
Ow, that's incredible. Like all that bread around you. God, I'd balloon up to 900 pounds if I worked in a bakery. I'm just weakness. That's amazing.
If you don't know Camelot, so the deal was once they get to 500 subs and get monetized, we're supposed to have a mini Iron Selena.
Yeah, they're supposed to make a baby.
Yeah,
procreation should be taken.
We didn't promise shit. You guys just started this whole rumor. Now it's going on to like all these other channels I watch. People are super chatting in, being like, "When are they going to have a baby?"
Damn, dude,
I'm sorry in advance.
I'll take my shirt off for $500. I ain't. Yeah, super chats. I'll have a child.
Pay for that gas.
I mean, right? You guys must have had low expectations if you set the baby line at 500. I mean, at least like 1,000, a few thousand.
Come on.
Again, I can't. It was either Pro for Vagabond that started this whole thing.
Yeah, no, I think it was me.
Yeah, it was you. And then every other show you're on, you're like bringing it up too.
Yeah, thanks.
They already got. They already got
they-
2 kids that drive them crazy as it is. Why do they need one more?
But you mean my babies that you're hearing right now?
All right. Hey, this ain't a super chat, but good to see it. Real Wade Nation Gaming Clips. I said it right this time. Camelot is chill. Hell yeah. I've been a fan for a long time. So I'm pretty excited. A little nervous if you haven't noticed. Samuel Infamous sounds a bit like watching MMA versus participating. Very different animal, those. Yeah. I gotta say though, I started going to fights too. I was older. I didn't see the appeal in that. I liked boxing just fine, but I thought the MMA when I first saw it was a little over the top and kind of gay.
All that grappling, that sweaty grappling on a mat.
Then I've gone to a few fights. I started going to fight parties and watching them, and I got real into it after that.
I mean, the UFC tickets are kind of like crazy right now. Like, there's a fight in Miami like in a few weeks, but like the cheapest tickets to get in are like $850.
No.
If you want anywhere outside of the nosebleed, you're gonna be showing at least like $1,500.
I'm old enough to remember when they were like $85 to $200 tops.
Bring binoculars if they let you.
I'd rather just go to a friend's house, watch it on pay-per-view, and get drunk.
Yeah, I do that for baseball games all the time.
Yeah, I went to UFC.
Have you seen the Bellator?
145.
Yeah, it's gone now.
145.
Bellator's no more.
Oh well, shit. I haven't paid attention well. But Michael Venom Page was my favorite though. He be throwing Pokeballs and stuff after he wins and stuff at the opponent while they're still on the ground.
Yeah. Bellator went out of business officially like about a couple of months ago, so they're all in the UFC now.
I'm trying to think. I think it was John Jones and Rampage Jackson. I went to that one, and I was in the damn rafters, son.
Oh, man.
I got some pretty solid seats. Last UFC fight I attended, it was Masvidal and Kobe Covington about 2-3 years ago. Yeah,
That'd be a good fight. You were all the way up there.
Mm-hmm. I
know that
Vegas
name.
for that one.
Nice.
I've been to 2, but they were like over 20 years ago, so a long time when it was still kind of like newish, so more affordable. And I got them through a hookup, so went with a bunch of friends for free. It was fun, but honestly, I prefer watch it. I'd rather go to like a big watch party for the UFC fights.
Yeah.
There's just something
So
about
you can see everything, get the replays.
Yeah, and plus you're with much easier bathroom access, much cheaper food. Like everything's kind of better because I go to every once in a while. I go to the Texas Oklahoma game up in Dallas just for fun, and I've been in the stadium. It's not nearly as fun as being outside the stadium because the Texas State Fair is happening at the same time. But it's just as fun being outside the stadium. I have a spot that I always go to. There's like beer and food right there, like a steps away. And I prefer sitting there just watching on TV the game that's happening 50 feet away from me. It's actually way more fun. It's weirdly enough.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. I would only like to go to like one like NASCAR race, for example, a year. I don't know if I could go to multiple, just because I love sitting on the couch and just ordering like hot wings and drinking.
Yeah,
a race. That's the greatest shit. So I couldn't imagine going to a race. Now I do like being there when on the driver's side. Like let's say we have a practice on Friday and then our race is on Saturday, but sometimes they'll do the truck race on Friday, or for example. I love being in an infield, and I'll drink some claws and watch the race like from the infield. So
that's cool.
That's going to be a possibility this year because when I'm running the truck race, ARCA, they'll run ARCA like the day before. I'm like, so I can just chill and relax and watch the ARCA race. I'm really looking forward to that. So
sweet.
It's gonna be fun.
Nice.
Got a super. Now I don't think I know what this is retaining to. So if it's something stupid, you don't have to address it, but it looks kind of funny. Richard for $4.99. Please have Camelot address the Thick Jerry allegations. Is that something?
That's my boy
Richard. Or is
Richard.
that funny?
Yeah. So about 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, I set a goal for a stream that if I made $2,000 in super chats, I would get a tattoo of Thick Jerry. And we did it, and I was supposed to get it, and the guy that was going to do it had a stroke, and he's like 30.
No.
And then I just never scheduled it because I just never thought about it. And they keep reminding me, and now I have no money, so it's like a weird situation. But the Thick Jerry they think I don't want to get it because it's like, oh, but it's a Jerry with a fat ass. It's awesome. I would totally love to have that. It's Jerry from Tom and Jerry, and it has a giant, just like a
giant ass.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So I love it. I think it's great. I love to have that tattoo, but I can't afford it right now. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna 100% do it. Thick Jerry all day. I want to make sure it gets done right. I want to have the gleam of the light off the ass. I don't want to have it be garbage. Right. So.
Yeah. Tattoos are expensive.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. If you're gonna get a tattoo, even if it's something like that, that's something you can't rush, and you got to make sure you find the right artist and have enough money to get it done right, because this shit's not going anywhere.
Yeah, it took years. Took years.
Cover ups are gonna be. Yup.
Do they still do pay no gains anywhere?
What's a pay no gain?
What's that?
Well, I know in San Diego we used to have them where basically you would find like an artist, they would offer like a pay no gain where basically they would set you a set price, and they just keep tattooing you until you can't take it anymore.
Yeah. So my artist, his name's Greg Ross. He's an absolute genius, and he would do. That's what he would do. He would be like, all right, let's do $200. I'm like, all right, cool. And then he's like, we'll just go until you want to stop, and I don't stop. So I'm like, whatever, dude, let's go. So from open until close of their shop, I'd be there, and it would be like 8 hours. And then I would, I'd come back 2 months later and do another one, 8 hours. Come back 2 months later, do another 8 hours. And it took about 2 years to do all of mine. So.
Oh damn!
I want Jerry to be
like
stressful as hell.
I think different states call them something different though.
Yeah, he didn't call it anything. He was just like, "Well, we'll stop when you want to." And I'm like, "All right, cool." So
that's pretty much what my guy did, but I thought he was just some dick out of prison that was actually really good. But it's like, well, I don't want to, embarrass myself in front of the felon, so I'm just going to go as long as I can.
Man, the worst is
he even let you up if you quit.
The worst is the spine and the ribs.
Oh no, thank you.
Here, the ribs are really painful.
I'm not looking for that.
Well,
so where's? Go ahead.
Oh, I was saying because when I got mine done, it was some guy off of Craigslist that was trying to build up his portfolio.
Bro, you know better.
a friend of yeah. Well, this was back in 2000.
Right now.
This was back in 2008, and like I was like 150 pounds, skin and bones, and this guy's like, he's like, you're that skinny, and you want this tattoo for your back? I was like, yeah. He's like, so he brings like this giant jar of Granddaddy Perp, and this is in his apartment. He's like, all right, go over there, and he pulls out a bong, smoke this until you're ready. And so he's like, turn on the air vent and stuff. So I'm sitting there just puffing away until I was like, I'm ready. But yeah, I still felt it. But yeah.
How are you still alive right
It's
now?
the most vagabond story I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, that's a pretty vagabond story. Do you have both of your kidneys still?
Yeah, I still got my kidneys. He charged it was $80 for 4 hours of work, and then I did 2 sessions. And then I went to do a 3rd session because I was supposed to be the shading and color, but he left California because the police was after him.
Damn.
So I never got it worked on since. It was some white guy from Alaska, and
Wow.
so that was it.
Do you guys share screens on this show?
Yeah, yeah. If you got something you want to pull up.
I'll just show you Thick Jerry so people can see what it is.
No penises. That's happened before.
No penis, just ass. That's it.
Just ass.
That's
Hell yeah!
Look at that.
Oh my god!
God damn, Strider.
Yeah. I posted a couple in the private
It's been
chat.
a while, Theo. Okay.
God damn.
I'm excited. It's a great looking picture, you know. So
Yeah,
Strider's
Where do you got
down
where
bad
do you
tonight,
got
man.
mine for placement?
so I have cat dog on my thigh from that goofy.
Oh, I remember Cat Dog.
Cartoon Network,
Yeah,
yeah.
cat dog.
And so it's gonna be right above that, above my cat dog. Thick Gas Jerry. That's where I'm gonna get all my stupid like porn cartoon like stuff. So I want to get that one that it's like Fred from Scooby Doo, but it's from behind, and he's got like his like hand on Velma and other chicks.
Oh, I've seen that.
Ass. Yeah,
Fun.
need that one. That one's got to happen. 'Cause you know Fred was smashing both them bitches. Come on.
With that ascot, there's no way he wasn't.
Yeah, dude. Shaggy was banging Scooby.
Bell items, man.
There was nothing else happening. It was Fred all day.
Yeah. Oh yeah, dude. Thelma was a freak.
Shabby and Scooby are so high all the time they don't even realize.
Yeah. You marry Daphne for status. You bang Velma because she's a freak. I've been there, dude. I've been there, done that. Like slightly pudgy glasses, girls, bro. You can. I don't even need anything in my balls. Empty them. The hot girl you marry because you want to go out in public with her and be like, look at this. So,
noted.
Yeah, Daphne's for status, Velma's for fun. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that one episode where Velma's like drooling all over the Harlem Globetrotters? Like something happened.
Oh
there.
my god, you did her, man. Woo!
She was,
that's
man, you think I'm down bad for
meme.
cartoons?
Damn, girl.
Don't
Never mind. No more Velma.
No, I mean, you think Daphne's the hot one, but all you gotta do is just look at the girls cosplaying Velma versus Daphne. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
mini skirt and the tight orange sweater. Get out of here. It's no contest.
Ain't no way I'm going after the Harlem Globetrotters.
Oh, yeah.
Why not? Dude, her ass will never make fart noises again.
No.
Oh God. Whoa.
Just sounds like a
I'm just saying, like, I'm not working with much, all right? I'm a white dude. And I'm also from Alabama, and I have like Irish parents. I got like a
It's a
thumb.
lot going on.
I gotta be like, how many boyfriends have you had?
The hot dog down a hallway.
Yeah, you got 3 boyfriends before me? 3? Okay.
and you can hear the wind whistling through it.
Stop it!
That thing's never closing again.
Bro, that's like a 24-hour Waffle House.
Stop it!
You got to ask the name. No, yeah, that's what you do. See, like if you meet a girl, she's like 24. How many boyfriends you had? 3. Okay, that's cool. What are their names? Well, there was Tyler. There was Austin. Jaquan. No.
Tom Perry.
Well, it's been nice. I might call you sometime.
She's I can't do nothing now. Everything is second to Jaquan, and I ain't doing it.
Oh my
Hi, I'm
god.
just for the evening.
When she goes number 2, she doesn't even grunt and just falls out.
She didn't even know she was in labor.
Oh my God.
Guys, this is my future ex-wife you're talking about. Can you tone it down?
You go to fucking church after this stream.
Exactly, dude.
I need to watch Daredevil and get some church now. Oh wait, not season 3.
Nerd says lemon has it that you can hear the ocean.
Just like the shell.
Oh man.
Anyway, how do you feel about simping?
Oh, man, I don't know, dude.
Trying to bring it to a topic.
Yeah, I guess in public. Okay, dude, it depends, man. It really depends. If you're like an attractive man and you're already, it's like well known, you're confident, you're an attractive dude, and everybody knows you be slapping pissers, like, and there's like a 1 or 2 friends that you can simp over, like, you know, in public because you're friends, but also you're smashing a pisser. That's fine, but that's completely different, I think. You know, like when I see Zia streaming, and like I'm like 3 claws in, and her core is looking nice, I'll text her or I'll go in chat and be like, I want to empty my balls on your right? So like, that's what friends do.
The direct approach, nice.
But if you're like a random ass viewer behind an anime profile picture and you're in chat, like simping over a random girl that doesn't know you, that's different. That's weird. You got to know
your face. Yeah,
you can simp over your friends. You know, you get, like, I can simp over Theo all day, but I'm not gonna like know Theo. And I was just went in this chat and I'm like, damn man, your face is so asymmetrical. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I meant symmetrical. I meant symmetrical, but I'm from
Thank you.
Asymmetrical. How'd you know?
Theo's like, wait, what the fuck? Damn. No, but you know, yeah, but no, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't like simping when it's like weirdly, like there's no reason for it. But when you know the girl, it's different, you know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Simping's allowed.
Yeah, it's been kind of a point of topic on this show and some of the others that we've had. Theo's touched on it quite a few times over on his channel, where it's become a problem where we watch these otherwise well-adjusted guys will completely change their viewpoints and stances and integrity based on one dumbass's opinion.
Hate it. I hate that shit.
Yeah.
No, dude, that's even worse. So look, okay, let me rephrase it better. If the guy can easily smash the pisser of the girl he's simping over, then that's cool. Because he's like, yeah, dude, I can smash it. It's fucking fine. No, but dude, I have friends that have done this in the past. Our fellow content creators that are based as fuck. Right? They're like, Mewtwo's fucking sexy. Also, like, Trump's cool. And like they're based. They're having a good, they'll say what's on their mind, they're based. And they get a girlfriend that's got freaking pink hair. And I shit you not, overnight, they're calling people bigots and shit.
Dude, this happened to Bill Burr. This is what's happening to Bill Burr right now. We lost Bill Burr, guys.
We watched the death of Bill Burr over the course of the past 2 years. It's insane.
Dude, I can't watch it, man.
And you know what that means, right, Theo? So when a guy gets a girlfriend, and I'll tell you a slight little story right in between this. When a guy gets a girlfriend, she got pink hair, she makes some changes of political opinions just so he can get a crumb of ass. Like that chick is banging the dude with the MAGA hat on at the gym.
100%.
Yes.
And I'll tell you why.
I've talked about this extensively on my show.
100%. When girls, dude, I've had girls come over to my house off Tinder back in the day. I don't use it anymore, but back when I was like in my late 20s, I used Tinder all the time. Girl will come over, blue hair, rockin' bod, but she got blue hair and she's, you know, she'll see my MAGA hat because I had one as a joke back then. And she's like, wow, F Trump, I can't believe you. Girl had her draws off in 8 minutes.
Right.
I was just watching Interstellar and trying to fucking connect with Matthew McConaughey. And like she's just taking her draws off in front of me. I'm like, what are you doing, girl? I'm trying to watch
Yes. I've told them I don't think they should vote to their face and it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm serious. I don't hide the ball about what I think.
They're not used to it. They're not used to it, Theo.
I don't hide the ball.
Being like,
they
you know
love
what, girl? You know what, girl? I don't give a damn what you think. Eat my ass. And they're like, fuck. Now I'm dripping.
Dude, I was in Portland, Oregon not too long ago, and I met this like pansexual, polyamorous freak of nature. But I tell you what, would I opened a door for her so that she could walk through it, them turned into a she/her real quick. I'm just saying. You saw that femininity kind of turn on. She was like, oh, Like she made an involuntary noise. It was beautiful.
Amy Farrah Fowler from Big Bang Theory.
Yeah.
Team Jesus over here, parting the Red Sea.
I call it the tingle. That's what I call it. I call it the tingle.
Yeah.
The tingle. And Selena knows exactly what I'm talking about. The fucking tingle. I've talked to girls about it.
Right.
So yeah,
This is what I'm saying. Okay, here's the
turn it
thing.
off.
No, here's the thing. But a lot of guys think women aren't horny because they've never gotten a tingle. They've never caused a tingle.
They are,
right?
Dude, they are 10 times as horny as we are.
That's what I'm saying. You just got to get the engine running. They're like diesel engines.
Dude, you know how many times that was literally my MO. Okay, when I was on Tinder, I had my first picture, and everybody told me not to do this because they all lying bitches. My first picture was me with like an 8-pack, and it was just me at the gym 8-pack. Dude, I was matching girls right every day. I just matching girls, and I paid for Tinder plus 2, bruh, because I'm like, it works. You know, I'm gonna pay for the extra damn super locks. All right. So I'm like on Tinder going hard. Dude, I would a girl would show up at my house, and I don't know why you women do this, Selena. You need to fill me in on this. But I would be like, hey, we should hang out tonight. And there was like 8 conversations going on. So if one said no, I was like, oh, well, let's move to the next one. You want to? Hey, we should hang out tonight. And they're like, all right, cool. What do you want to do? I'm like, you can come over. We'll watch movies. And they would show up. And I got to be honest. You know, after my wife left, I don't even think I went in my living room once. So my like all the way down my house was pitch black. Didn't turn the lights on, nothing. And then there was one light on in my damn studio. One light in my whole house on. I didn't touch any other room in my house. And girls would show up at 9 p.m. to my dark ass door, knock on my door. And I just what happens if I open it and I'm just an old guy with an axe? They didn't care. They just showed up.
Right. It was like dude, during COVID, it was like Uber Eats. They just come. I swear to God, dude. They just come to your house.
I was married during COVID.
They just drop it off, bro. I'm telling you.
Dude. There's a buffet too.
What if I have the virus? Do you ever think of that?
Dude, oh my God, we're about to go crazy. You ready for this shit? So they come on. I turn on Interstellar every time. I don't know why, man. And I'm drinking me some Jack Daniels, and I'm sitting there, not even looking at them. I'm just take a shot, and I'm just watching. I'm like, oh, and I'm like, watch this part. Oh my God, and I'm like talking about the movie. These girls are like this, like kissing all over me, and I'm like, I don't even know you, girl, but I'm a guy, so I'm like, yeah, cool. But no,
you're movie to just turn on when you're ready.
Oh, he's never got to finish the damn thing.
I wanted to watch.
I still haven't seen the end.
Love Interstellar. No, but no shit. What Theo was talking about earlier, dude. I shit you not. I went through like 100 girls, and I shouldn't say went through. It sounds wrong, but I hung out with like 100 girls.
I mean, you did.
Yeah, well, like over a year, yeah, like over a year or two. Yeah. I was hanging out with a girl every other day.
Yeah,
different girl.
Yeah,
and I don't know what it is, Theo, and I don't know about you. And I'm telling tales out of school right now, but none of them, and this is bad. This is fucked up. Everybody ready for this? None of them wanted me to use protection.
For real, dude. That's real. That's so real.
And I'm dumb as hell, and I'm like, let's do it.
I do it every time. Just dive right in every time.
Oh my God!
I'm not gonna.
I went to the
What's wrong with you guys?
I'll like fake reach for it. I'll fake reach for it. Bro, like, I can't get too far.
I gave up.
It's over there now.
I had to do nothing. I didn't even mention it, I didn't say nothing. I didn't even do nothing because I did all of it. I did nothing. I wasn't even involved. I was just a doll to them. That's all it was.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Yo, I had a girl. I had a girl call me her emotional support penis to my face.
I'm so hurt. What's up, girl? No. I went to the health department, Theo, in 2021, 2020. Because I was on a new pre-workout. This is context. I was on a new pre-workout at the gym, and it was called like deer antler, like buck up or something. It was awful. And I had like a urinary tract something. It was awful. I was like, I'm dying. And I was like, all right, finally, it caught up with me.
Caught up to you.
And I went to the health department, and I was like, if I have less than 4, I'll be happy. I literally said that. I was like, if I have less than 4, I'll be okay. Just none of the bad ones. And I went through all the screening, all the blood work, nothing. And
praise God.
So
ain't he good?
Yeah. Nothing. And I went to a specialist, and he's like, "Did you start anything new on a diet?" I'm like, "No, not really." And he's like, "You go to the gym, yeah?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "You take any new supplements?" And I was like, "Oh my God, my pre-workout!" I threw that shit in the garbage, and it was fixing. And I was like, "Oh, this whole time, Theo, I thought I done caught the spice." It was fine though. Yeah, it was good. Yeah. I could not believe it though. I shit you not. I could not believe it. I was like, I can't believe this shit. Oh, God,
You looked at, so you never had to get the old boar punch, huh?
No, dude, I kept. Now, to be fair to my situation, I was 27, and 98% of the girls were like 21, 22. And because I live in a college town, so they were always 21, 22. So they just got that they always had just moved there 2 weeks ago. They didn't have time to go through the black Walmart. All right.
Right.
Oh man.
So it all worked out.
I still need to clip out my Walmart segment.
Oh man,
yeah, I'm actually working on that too. First, I got to get the Battsauce Vaughn Coleman.
Oh yeah, the
feud.
infamous feud. Yeah.
Yeah. I've already got the graphic ready for it. I think I already should. Yeah, go ahead and play it.
It's kind of funny. We have the NASCAR driver on, Vaughn Coleman. Don't let this man anywhere near your car.
False
yeah, apparently, if you buy Vaughn Coleman's book, your car is destined to be destroyed.
Vaughn would drive it up the wall and into the crowd.
These are unproven allegations. I'll let the record.
Unproven. We got it.
That's not a denial.
Vaughn's the type of person gets in a car accident outside of the car dealership.
You're the kind of guy who'll get in an accident and just throw your comic on the other car.
Look, Vaughn would get on the track and go,
Like a top planning a gun.
Look, everyone else.
Cody, you got a comic coming out too, don't you, man? Is that campaign still going on, or?
Yeah, right. It's in demand. It's called
Pull it up.
Radda.
Get it pulled up right now. I had my links, but I accidentally closed my whole tab here. It's in the private chat. All right, let's go ahead and bring that up real quick here.
Yeah, it's about a man named Russ Wheeler going after his racing dream, and it looks like it's going to fall apart before he ever thought it was going to get going. He's bummed out, but then he finds a way to make it happen, and he has to do something kind of fishy to do it. And when he does it, it puts him in a precarious situation, and he has to go to hell itself to get his soul back from the evil Mewtwo-shaped lady.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Nice.
lady.
Also, lots of asses and titties in this.
I'm pretty sure there's a Duke
God.
Nukem reference in here somewhere.
Yeah, there's all kinds of.
Was that Salty did that cover? That's
Salty's the goat, man. I have the original somewhere in here.
Yeah.
Okay, so Cecil's in there, right?
Look at him. Look at him.
There we go.
That's Dr. Robotnik.
Yeah, he's in my book. He's a big character in my book.
Yeah, it was actually this cover. I don't know. I think you saw. Yeah, of course you would have seen the thumbnail for the show. This is what kind of inspired me. I was using the AI late at night before I had to go to bed and get up for work. It's like I got to get all this shit done, so I'm ready for the show. So it's like, all right, I'm going to take this concept and kind of try to get it generated, make it look like an 80s action movie. So that's what I was going for with that. But this looks rad as hell, man. I'm definitely going to get up on this one here.
Yeah, it's going to be wicked.
That's some really good art.
Very excited. That's old Simon Bisley. Simon, oh God, I always say his last name wrong because I'm stupid. But he's a beast. He did a lot of heavy metal stuff back in the day. He's a monster. So he did that one. It looks beautiful. Wow.
That's freaking dope.
Yeah, I'm excited. I have a lot of art for it. I have like several chapters of art for it, but I just haven't posted any of it because I don't know why. The first page in chapter 3 is just nothing but ass cheeks. God, it's beautiful.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, dude, I'm excied. So yeah.
Do you swear it's not hentai,
did you come up with the idea and like start pitching it to people, or was it kind of just like with your friends kind of collaboration, like, hey, you know what, we should do this? How'd this thing come to life?
I wrote a book, the majority of it. I haven't finished it yet, but like 2 years ago I wrote a book. And it's like over the top about this guy, and it's like super futuristic where this guy lives in space, but it's like really like rustic, and basically the entire community are slaves and they have to like earn their way out of the slave trade. And that's kind of how they get into upper status. And I wrote this entire huge world with like 50 characters and stuff, and I never finished it. But that was going to be my project. And then I started feeling self-conscious about it because I went really hard, and I was like, wait a second, I need to be way more lighthearted, or else everybody's gonna be like, you're stupid. Because I'm not a smart man. So but anyways, I was at a hotel and I started writing this one. And I finished it like while I was traveling, being in hotels and stuff. So, and this one, I was way more loose with it, like way more, it's like really comedic and like fun. Whereas my other one was really serious. And I was like, wait a second, I'm not a serious guy. Everybody's going to hate this. I'm stupid. So I got too self-conscious, but I have showed it to people and they like it. So I'm going to eventually work on that too, but it might just be a book instead of like art. Just because it's gonna be really long and annoying and huge. So, and I think
a little darker in tone.
Very, very much so.
Yeah, I love this cover right here. This is I'm gonna have to. Hopefully, there's a wall art perk. If so, I'm gonna get that too.
I'll make one.
So you got Bisley, dude. You got a Murderer's Row here. I mean, Bisley. That's
a lot of good guys on here. Yeah, it did really well. My goal was like 25 grand was my personal goal, and we killed it. So I was happy.
Yeah, what's this sitting at here? 55. That's fucking good. Starting in January. Hell yeah.
Yeah, and then but I'd never talk about it. I'm very, very bad at talking about this kind of stuff. So go back it. I'd love to get one back. Yes. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Fans of this show, one of the main things that we do is like we have a lot of independent creators on talking about their books and everything. And if they're cool books, I love fucking pushing them out. And this looks cool as hell. So hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I already know. Okay. Got a Tumblr. Sorry, I'm just trying to figure out what I'm going to do. Okay, I'm gonna go all out. I just got paid, and I need to get all my casual purchases out before all my bills are paid. That way, that way I already know what I'm doing.
I mean, Salty's the homie. I'm probably gonna have to get that cover, but.
And he's super cool, man.
He's the nicest guy.
I can message him at any point, be like, "Hey, I need this," and he's like, "I got you," and he'll like send it in an hour. I'm like, "Damn, dude."
Yeah, I was just bothering him right before the show. About some things. He's like, "Hey,
he's good, dude."
Great guy.
Yeah, it was easily the most popular cover on my campaign by a mile because it's just, it's Evil Dead.
Well, yeah, that kind of pose where you got the hero there, you got the lady, and you got the epic heavy metal background. That's awesome. Always a working formula. It's never going to go out of style. It's like that's just one of those things is you don't fix what's not broken.
Yeah, 100%.
Now I asked Vaughn this the first time he was on the show, and we were talking about his book Phenomenova, which no bullshit. I'm doing a tier list of my favorite books of 2024, and that is tied for number 1 with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: Last Ronin.
Wait,
and I'm not fucking kidding. It's that good. Go get part 2. But I asked him this, and I want to ask you the same thing. If you saw just this property taken off and you'd be able to choose any alternate medium for it to take off in, be it video games, animated, or live action, what would you go with?
Probably video games. That's just because there's a lot of elements there. Like you could have a God of War top deal but have it like feature like driving elements. I think that'd be really cool. It would be really hard to implement, but that would probably be the thing I would like to see.
Dude, no, that sounds fucking cool because that's something that I always thought they should do with Twisted Metal. I love that series, but what if they incorporated some third-person action RPG elements and then go into the battle royale racing and deathmatch?
Hell yeah!
So, hell yeah!
Possible because it's a little different, but they did that with Mortal Kombat, and I really enjoyed that one. There was I don't remember. I think maybe it's Shaolin Monks. I don't remember, but there was a Mortal Kombat game where you just roamed around, and it was like open world, and then you would be caught in fights, and you'd do fights and stuff.
I love Shaolin Monks.
Yeah, I thought it was great, and I'm like, yeah.
I never played it. I want to.
Yeah, just give me a character with a shitty walk cycle. I don't care how shitty it is, and I'll walk around. They did it with Tony Hawk. You jump off the board, look like a goober running around, but I thought, all you do, give me a goober ass character that has a terrible run cycle. Get out of the car and start running around talking to people, and go in the city, and then leave, come out, maybe a titty or two. That always makes it better.
I'm gonna blow your guys' minds with this old ass game here in just a second, real quick. Master Lions for $20. I'm still getting used to this, so I apologize. Cheers, everyone. Cheers yourself, and thank you so much. This is crazy. I'm not used to this at all, but I appreciate everybody. I just appreciated everybody for watching because I did this just to hang out with some really cool people and have some fun on the weekends. So this is fucking great. I'm very humbled right now. Thank you all so much. Do you remember BMX XXX?
Yeah, dude.
What the fucking?
I thought that was it was so silly because I remember I was a big fan of Dave Mirra and Dave Mirra 2. And yeah, I thought it was great. And then BMX, and of course, all my friends got it because titties. So, and we were so pumped. That's the only reason we played. The game wasn't that great, but there was titties, so that's all that mattered.
No, and even by that game, like the generation of system that was on, even then the titties in the game weren't that great, but they were titties. So what are you gonna do?
Dude, I can't tell you.
All you need.
I can't tell you how many freaking stomach pancakes I made to the freaking fuzzy channel on cable. That one titty. You remember, like it was like wavy, and then all of a sudden it was like titty. You're like, hurry! You know what I'm saying? Pray into Jesus.
Gotta get it out now.
One more titties on you, bro. Because it was hard to see titties back then. I grew up in the 90s, man. There weren't titties anymore.
No, there weren't. You had to buy them.
Yeah, you had
to
to
buy
find
the
magazines.
paper they printed on.
No,
They weren't.
what you had to, it was that one TV channel with all the static, and you just sitting
that
there
was it.
with the volume at one, waiting for to see something.
Come on. Just go boobs.
Show that titty.
Yeah, the glitch channel. Yeah, everybody
Sometimes
from our
exactly.
generation did that shit, man.
Yeah,
when we were
dude,
all
I remember.
fucking young and had nowhere to take that fucking aggression. Yeah, it was either that or just
Channel.
get into fights at school constantly. Because what
Nah,
else?
dude.
That's crazy. None of the Gen Zers on this panel know what TV static is. That's
Oh my
nuts.
Yeah, I do. Fuck
That's
you.
the problem with
No,
porn.
you
It's
don't,
way
Vaughn.
too
You've never
accessible.
lived it. You have no idea what we had
Yes,
to go
I
through.
do. It goes.
They don't
He
even
doesn't
understand the
know.
Sears
I
catalog,
lived
bro.
it. Dude, I remember putting the bunny ears.
Life for me.
I remember the bunny ears.
The bunny ears, yeah.
I remember finding an old VHS, bro, like an old ratted out VHS that it barely functioned. It was just like everywhere, and I would adjust the tracking just to get the titty on the screen. Oh,
That I
Adjusting
did.
tracking.
Do,
My
you
God.
know.
Oh yeah.
So did you do it manually,
By
or
the
did your
time-
TV do it for you?
You know,
No,
by
I
the
just-
time I was interested in women, I didn't know see much static.
This is a recent development for him, guys.
Right, like last week, guys. Women exist. They're cool.
Yeah, well, when I discovered women last week,
child.
never mind. Continue.
No,
your
No,
I
go ahead.
remember-
Go ahead. We're fucking with you.
No, I was gonna say, I was like, I mean, I knew VHS and stuff, but I didn't have the that kind of experience because they were outdated by the time I hit puberty.
Mhm.
That's all I was gonna say.
You're calling us outdated?
Could you imagine?
2 days
Yeah.
ago?
I mean,
He had
I was-
DVDs. He could just skip to the titties.
Imagine being
Listen to
12
DVDs
right now.
for that.
It's crazy, man. I think it's a problem. I think having to work for your porn and not have it so easily accessible builds
Yeah.
character and makes you actually
Yeah.
a more
I would agree with
socially
that.
aggressive and confident.
Yeah,
as a
actually,
grown-up.
no, for real.
I
Yeah,
agree
that's
with that.
important. That's important. Actually, it has to be hard to see boobs, or men aren't going to act right. Like that's just
Right.
how life
Exactly.
works. That's just how
It makes-
societies
it
work.
makes
Cannot
you
argue with
appreciate
that at
the
all.
ass cheeks when you see
Yeah.
that you see a girl and she's walking around in the extra large t-shirt and the thong, and then she like reaches up on the top shelf to get something and her ass cheeks fall at the bottom of it. You're like, bro, I would die for this.
And now
I feel
there's the
like-
thing.
I feel like Vaughn was like 13 and he all he has to do is Google a titty and he's like, oh look, free
Yeah,
titties.
that's what I did.
Now he doesn't appreciate
That's
them.
Yeah.
that's why we
That's
have
probably
so
what's wrong
many
with
like
Jack Doherty.
Zoomers that are just
Talk
fat,
to women. 'Cause they're like,
overly
I'll just look it
porn
up.
stimulated non-go-getters.
Yeah, right. Well, here's the thing. It's like the average 13-year-old today has more titties in their pocket than a Roman emperor used to see. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with history, but they got up to some shit. And you can
I've seen
outpace them.
Caligula.
And here's the thing: none of you little shits are as cool as a Roman emperor. Not
Fuck
one.
you.
None of you deserve that. None of you deserve that. And if you were remotely literate, you wouldn't take that as an insult. You'd be like, "Yeah, you're right. I
I'm
do
straw
suck compared to
bitch. I
Marcus
deserve it
Aurelius."
all.
Mark Aurelius.
All right,
Man.
I've triggered Nate's shame cake by accident. That's my fault. Oh, go ahead and put him on ice. Give him a cold shower if you could. Thank you. W's in the chat for Nate's shame kink, everybody.
I choke myself every day, you bastard. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, God. Why are you admitting? Just save it for the D&D stream. Come on.
Jesus.
Now,
You gotta
See-
have some sexual aggression taken out on us.
when I was a kid, so something happened, we were all doing like the squiggly channel, like I was talking about. Then my stepdad comes home one day, and some of us old folks here, at least 4 of us, will remember the little black boxes,
Mhm.
right? So he gets one of those little black cable boxes, and it just opens the door to everything. So
Oh, I thought you meant
box,
the-
baby.
after 2 a.m., a whole lot more.
Oh,
And you gotta wait for the parents to go to bed and like checking the hall light every 5 minutes, trying to work it out. And after about 2 weeks of isolation, I had an epiphany. It's like, if I'm having this much fun, I'm sure a bunch of some of my other retarded friends will as well. But you don't give it to them for free. So I ended up, I had one VCR in my bedroom and I started making tapes.
What?
Oh my
By
god.
the end of this empire, I had 3 VCRs working on overtime, recording as many channels as I could.
There we
And
go.
I was selling them in
Realize that
school.
shit.
So you were like a porn
And it was going,
distributor?
it was going beautifully until this one
pornography
asshole.
to children.
Yes, I was a child too, so it's okay. One day,
it was the Wild West back in the 90s.
I ended up with some cigarettes somehow, and I'm sneaking and going and have a cigarette. And this one acquaintance of mine asked me if he can bum one. I was like, "Fuck no! I have 3 cigarettes. That's like having an 8 ball of heroin when you're 15. Get away from me." I'm not sharing with you. Do you want to buy a porn tape? Otherwise, leave me alone. And that day, my locker gets raided.
Oh no!
And they found him.
Narc.
And it was over.
Yeah, that's like that's actually that's illegal. What you were doing, it's pretty crazy.
Yes, I found that out pretty fast, and it's also very much against school policy. Luckily, though, the best part, what got me got away with it was I had opened up the enterprise to more than just the adult films, and I was recording like the pay-per-view movies. So at the time, I think I had Batman Forever and Congo. Yeah, Batman Forever and Congo, and that's what they just happened to check was the tape with that, and they didn't check anything else. So I still got in a lot of trouble, but it could have been a lot worse.
That's how you know, like, God exists right there.
The fact that I didn't get charged with a felony.
They were very upset with Congo. You're like, oh, fuck, yes.
I could have gone to prison, guys. There is a God.
Not morals and they all you made.
I would have been a registered sex offender.
I don't know if that was a thing at the time, at least not for that, because plus, if you remember,
you would have had to like go to
the kind of movies they were like. They weren't nearly anything like what's on today. Like that shit is over the top. Yeah, this was just like pretty softcore.
There was something
all simulated stuff. Yeah,
there was something very, very like humble about softcore in the 90s and 2000s. Something very humble and like really wholesome about like everybody looked so soft. All the women looked so soft, and then they had the titties, and then the guys like doing his thing. But then if you pay attention to the shadows on the wall, you'll always see his penis flopping.
Nothing's happening. Like, there's no penetration with software. Like, I don't think there is. So it's like
they were just going through the motions and acting it out very poorly.
Dude, I'll never forget. I will never forget the time when I was watching it, and I was like, "Bro, this is great." Because like Iron said, it was like 2 weeks. It was like when I remember getting the Skinamax box, and I remember for 2 weeks I was in my room. I was supposed to be playing WoW or something. For 2 whole ass weeks, I come out 30 pounds lighter.
Your right arm.
Yeah, dude. And I got over it. I got it out of my system. But I'll never forget that one time where the illusion was shattered, and this dude was just like doggy style on this chick, and I'm like, yeah, that's great. And I see the shadow. And I just see his shadow, his penis like flopping, and nothing's happening. And I couldn't believe. And by the way, if he would have been doing it, he would have killed her because he had like a forearm. Like, and it broke me. And that was, I think that's what kind of ended it for me. I was like, well, that's it for
this
me.
is one hell of a 50th episode, Iron.
I'm very happy with this episode, man.
I gotta say, probably the best joke in Friends, which is not saying a whole lot, is when Joey and Chandler have access to like free porn for weeks.
You don't like Friends? Oh, it's a great episode.
It is great. It was a fantastic episode. Are you kidding? But Chandler comes out, and Chandler's like, tells Joey, I went to the bank today, and not a single woman offered to have sex with me. And they're like, yeah, absolutely. Same thing happened to me. Like,
it's like I ordered pizza and it was a chick delivering it. Nothing happened. What the?
Always cracks me up.
We got more super chats. Thank you very much.
Holy crap!
Wow.
Yeah, $19.
Thank you.
Yeah, I can't see the name on there.
Oh, thanks, Jadine.
Jadine, thank you so much. And actually, this is going to help go toward my my spending tonight when I get the no, I'm buying the comic book first.
Save money for the baby.
Cody's here. Thank you so much. And then we've got another one from Diana. Thank you so much. Love the show.
Stop it. But thank you.
That's my sister. Love you very much. $9.99. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank God. I thought earlier I was going to say something.
What?
Oh, because they look the same.
No. No, I was gonna simp a little. That's what. See, I saw
want to pull your sister. That's what I'm trying to say.
Pop up, and I was like, damn. But I didn't want to say anything because I know how much regular she was.
There's got to be a 2-syllable damn.
Then we got Roguish Nerd here for $10
$10.
Yeah, happy 500 and congratulations on the vape.
Yes, let's go.
The super chat was spoken.
Iron and Selena, it's never going away until you guys we have a mini
You
Iron
guys got
Selena.
work. You guys got work to do.
God damn.
Like I said, when I'm like trying to relax and like I'm watching a repeat of a stream on someone else's channel of their show, and then this shit's brought up over there too. Like, oh, did you hear he hit 500 subs? I guess he's gonna have a kid now. What the fuck? Okay.
Yo.
I'm just like in the chat.
Wait till Vegas, guys. Wait till Vegas.
Yeah.
What?
Like
No, do not.
we're all gonna hang out and we're like, oh,
Vagabond's
hey,
gonna
let's
have
all-
he's gonna have the whole venue telling you guys to make a baby.
like
No, he's gonna have random women and men just coming up to Selena, taking drinks out of her hand, be like, "You can't drink me, you're pregnant."
Not
Gonna turn into one of those weird like medieval movies where you're all in white robes and expecting us to fuck for some coronation event. Like what the hell?
We all got to be in the room. Yeah, I was like, no, I don't want to be in the room.
I'm not saying that I
Yeah,
tried
nah,
to plan a baby shower for you guys while we're there, but who knows what could happen.
Well, I know what
Preemptive
I know what Savage Dad is doing for
Like-
April 1st.
they're gonna walk in the meetup, but there's like candles lit and like they got their own little special table and everything.
The entire room is like applauding them, like
Trying to
that
find a
scene in
topic.
Titanic.
So we were talking earlier how you you kind of woke up and decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go for the NASCAR dream, and I made the joke about it being women that crush dreams. Well, you might be able to as lucky as me to find a woman that actually supports your dreams, but then there's stories like this. Did anybody here follow Ghost Adventures?
Yes.
Yeah.
I did.
I already know what
yeah.
story you're talking about.
Yeah, let me bring
that's
this up.
fucking crazy, dude.
Is that the Zach Bagans
So-
that RLM is talking about all the time?
Right. So Ghost Adventure star Aaron Goodwin's wife arrested for she didn't just try to do it herself. She tried to hire a hitman to kill her husband. So
He spent his whole career looking for demons, and he married one the whole time.
He was in the house.
The craziest part about this whole situation is you could just leave, but the issue is she doesn't want to just leave. She also wants all
follow
this
you
shit. So she's
like
like,
a
"Oh,
demon."
just kill it. Just
Yeah,
kill it.
once the
Just kill
insurance
it."
pay out. Yeah.
God.
Are you saying that women are not following logic?
No, I just
Yeah, she
I
wants
just
the
don't
life
get it.
insurance.
Like, imagine like being with somebody and you're supposed to be in love and stuff, and then they're just like try to kill you. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I really respect the fact that she can ask for help. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of women who
I
can't
can
do
do
that,
it.
who
It
can't
doesn't mean
admit when
I'm
they
not
don't know
funny.
something, and it's nice. You know, she asked a man. Maybe she believes in chivalry. I don't know. What is her Instagram? Did you guys get that? Or
God, no.
You know how she
That
got
would be
caught, right?
bad.
So,
Well,
you know
at
how-
least have 15 years to work on her, Theo.
that's what I'm saying.
Only 15 years.
you know how she got
That's really good.
caught? Did you get to the part where how she got caught?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so basically, there was a guy in prison in Florida that they did a raid and they found his cell phone, and they looked through the messages, and he was talking to her while basically the plan was while they were filming an episode in California that the hit was supposed to happen, and so there's messages like did it happen yet and blah 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 whatever, but so the guy in prison in Florida was probably contacting a guy in California to do the hit while they're going to film the another Ghost Adventures show.
Wow.
Holy crap.
So just keep an eye out to what episodes that she's on the phone.
Right. Well, I don't think she's on the show. I'd never seen her before. I used to watch that show pretty
Oh.
regularly because it's fucking hilarious.
Oh man,
and I'm into that shit, but these guys are just like they take it to a whole nother level of just ridiculous.
Well,
It's like,
when they
"Oh, no,
first
bro,
started,
totally
they were
heard a
more.
voice, bro."
When they first started, they were the best ones when they first started because we used to have the little British people, and there's like,
Mhm.
"Did you move the thing?" There's like, you had those, and it'd be like, someone's whispering, "Did you hear that?" and all that, and then so they had theirs where the brick got thrown and they got like popular after
Yeah,
that one.
that was cool.
Yeah,
And man, they're entertaining about it. Even the Ghost Hunters guys are so fucking serious and like just taking all this shit. And these guys are just enthusiastic and fucking going ham on it.
Yeah.
And that's what I enjoy. Their enthusiasm makes me actually want to believe in this bullshit, even though it's probably what it is. But my theory here, like, all she had to do was divorce the guy, and she would still get entitled to a good amount, depending on if there is a prenup. But we currently have a culture of female entitlement that is just off the fucking walls. So I'm thinking we're going to see more and more of this.
Probably.
Yeah,
what you think about it?
I think she had a reason why she didn't want to divorce him or whatever. It was something weird.
What, like a ghost wouldn't let him?
No, I don't know.
Dudes do like
you hear that?
dudes
You're full of shit.
Men do some pretty crazy shit, but they do it for different reasons. And it's like that.
We do it to get pussy, not lose it.
I think it was Chris Watts, maybe that's his name. Anyways, there was this guy, and he started like dating this like young hot chick, and he was married and had like 3 kids, I think. And he's dating this hot chick, and instead of divorcing his wife, which is what you would do, okay, I'm gonna divorce his wife. I got this hot piece. He decides he's gonna kill all of his children.
That fucking story.
And then he puts their bodies in like these like water filtration things and stuffs them in. Keep in mind, he has to break them up like little pieces and stuff them in this thing.
What?
Like, all to just like smash and pissers. Like how? Like you've got to be insane. Like how do you do that?
Yeah.
And like you said, like there at some point. And it has to be a mental disorder, like a block. Like, how can you hire somebody to kill this person that you
like? Even Agamemnon's like, bro, that's a bit much.
Yeah, I don't want to kill nobody. Like, if I would just leave, if I had a truly breaking moment, if I was with somebody for a long time and I was in a bad way and I had a truly breaking moment, I'd probably just get in my car and drive, and then just think about it for like a week, maybe come back, maybe not. I don't know, but I'm not gonna kill people. That's insane.
Yeah.
Damn. Crazy ass.
It's very drastic. Yeah.
Wow, that took a.
Yeah, it's too nuts. That's a
Right,
dark
it's
person.
Don't kill your spouses, ladies and gentlemen.
Nor your children.
Just don't kill anybody for that matter.
Here's the thing. I like to think I couldn't kill somebody, but
Well, that's what video games are for.
Patty's Day
Is
on
that a
Monday. My
confessional?
wife do not say, do not rant, do not kill, do not steal. These are principles of every man which every faith can embrace. In a very terrible Irish accent. Thank you, Norman Reedus. Good
Like
line, though.
if you're depressed, you just plug in Doom and then just like blast some heavy metal music and just start shooting demons and stuff.
Why
Or
have I
better
not
yet,
fucking done that?
Doom. No, play Doom
Exactly.
2016. The metal music is in the game. That's a good game.
It's a fantastic game.
Well,
I love
just,
Nick Gordon.
I just had a realization about Theo's dating habits. He's clearly aiming. This is you're playing the long game. I just figured this out. I get what you're doing here. You're waiting you're chasing after the crazy women, so that way when you get to your second special on HBO, you have some shit to talk about.
Your second ex-wife.
You foiled my plan.
Exactly.
Yeah. No. Yeah.
Yeah,
Put
I
the
think
whole set on
to be a successful stand-up comedian, you have to go through a horrible marriage and then get divorced to an insane person just once.
Yeah.
And then you can start looking for true happiness.
Dude, it seems to be a
Before that, I'm
requirement.
next Robin fucking Williams.
Yeah, dude. It's a hard life. It's weird. Actually, I don't know. Comedians might get divorced less than lawyers, so I still might have made the right choice.
Just because you can laugh things
I
off.
wonder if there's any numbers to back that up.
Everything's contractual with lawyers, dude.
That's true.
Listen, I met a woman in a bar one time, and she was a little bit older than me, as I sometimes do. And I was talking to her, and I was like, "Hey, you want to?" And she was like, "Oh no, I dated a bunch of you in my 20s." And then she said, by your fourth divorce, you should have it figured out. And then she walked away, and I've never forgotten it.
Yeah, dude.
You could say that and leave.
You have to go through it.
Dude.
You
That's
have to go through
mean.
one. You got to go through the one. I went through it and it was real bad, and it in a weird, strange way made me 10 times of a better, like more level-headed person going through it. Because it like nuked my life. It was like a nuke hit my life, and it was like the worst time it could possibly happen because it was during Christmas at GameStop. God.
Oh,
and then she was like, out of nowhere, like no behavioral changes. We were great. We were always fun, had a good time. I guess maybe she didn't. I don't know. But she was like overnight, she's like, I'm leaving. And then she was gone 3 days later. It was brutal. And it was like 7 years. Brutal. So
Jesus.
So I just and then I had to like figure out everything and like clean up my whole life. And like fill the void that she had been in. And I got better at everything. That's why I started YouTube. right? That's why I started everything racing and stuff, and I started learning that if you just do a thing, you can do it, and that taught me that. And then I talked to her later about it, like maybe 2 or 3 years later, maybe. And she's like, I like how after I left, like you started doing YouTube and then you started racing and like you got successful at all of it. And I was like, it's your fault.
you were holding me back. Bitch.
No, that's seriously the thing, because all of a
no.
sudden when you get to that fuck it moment and you're like, there's nobody holding me back. What do I want to do? Anything I goddamn want.
Yeah.
And it's so freeing. It's daunting because you never had that much freedom before. Because you've always been responsible for someone else. And then all of a sudden you're in this no man's land where it's like, I can do anything I want. What do I want to do? And that little thing, the little thing that just clicks, that one thing you've always wanted to do, but you always told yourself you couldn't because our wife and family to provide for. Now you don't. It's like, I can do whatever I want.
Exactly.
Great.
And
I die on the racetrack if I want.
I tell her that. And like, I haven't talked to her in years now, but like, I tell her, like, I don't, it's not in a negative way, but I'm like, you know, the reason I did all this is like her doing that was the best thing that's ever happened to me. Thank God that she left, because I would have been, I don't know what, I'd been still freaking working somewhere miserable and not because that's why I started YouTube. I was like, I've always wanted to do it. And I have nothing to do. Like, it's either Tinder, I'm like hanging out with a girl on Tinder, or I can like do this thing on YouTube and stream and just enjoy myself. And that's what I did. And I just kept doing it. And
that's when you got into like eating better and working out. Like, I know you were on a strict like diet and workout regimen.
Yeah, I got real strict. Now that actually happened. That happened the year she left. So I got down to like probably 8% body fat and I was real small. I was like 147 pounds. I was real small, but I was shredded. But I was like, I didn't have a lot of like mass. And then she left, which is kind of weird. But then I started mass gaining, and now I'm like 190, and I'm still like a decent low body fat percentage, but not like I'm like probably 17, but not like 8. That shit's crazy.
That's wild.
Wow.
But yeah.
But you and her were pretty young when you got together, right?
Yeah, I was 19 and she was 16, and then she turned 17 like a few weeks later, a month later, I can't remember. And then we got married like in my 20s. I don't remember. It's been a long time, but yeah.
But see, and don't take this the wrong way, but that's actually a good. You got the really that bad life experience out while you were still you were young when it happened, and then you were still young after the fact and young. You know, fucking. You said you think you're old at your age, and it's like no, not really. I thought a lot more time to recover.
That's what I said when I was like, "Thank God I was 20." Technically I was 26. I almost was 27, but
you got married really young, man.
Yeah, but I was like, "Thank God that
I got married." That's about when I got married. That's not uncommon. I don't know what it is about that 7 years. It's just it ends. It's like triggers something.
They always talk about it. That's the 7-year itch. Everybody talks about it, and it's pretty weird.
So I was with the same woman for 8 years before I married her. Now we're together for 21. But I started dating her at 21 or 20. Fuck, how old was I? Shit, I'm 43 now. I don't fucking remember anymore.
Fuck, you're old.
But I am. Do you not see my fucking face? Shit, dude.
A lot of people, men and women, they get into these relationships when they're real young, and they let them go on and on way past their expiration date until they just end in the absolute worst way possible.
No, I was actually really blessed. I was in a situation. I was in right after I got out of college. I was with a woman who just absolutely had me in a vice grip and spoke really unkindly to me and was just like awful to me, and I just did whatever she wanted to try to keep her happy, you know. And then my coworker had sex with me, and it just liberated me from all of this, you know, because well listen, because my coworker was a younger, hotter, thinner, prettier version of my girlfriend. So my girlfriend was mad, and then she confronted me drunk at work and saw what the girl looked like. It was like, oh, I fucking give up. It was just...
I totally understand.
Yeah, that's 100%. People always say I give bad advice, especially older men.
Yeah.
They'll always say this is bad, like when I like bad advice when I talk to them about it. But like when she left, you know, I was pretty broke up. Like it was rough.
Yeah.
And I remember she left, and like one of her friends messaged me on Facebook, and it was like one of her close friends, and this just very, very attractive, tall, blonde girl. And she messaged me. She said, "Hey, I hope you're okay. I heard about what happened." And I'm like, "Why you messaged me? Okay, that's weird, but okay, yeah, I'm all right." And she's like, "Well, if you want to hang out or anything, like
Oh,
I'll hang out. And then she came over literally 2 days later and wrecked my ass.
Yes,
and
she fucking did. Yes, she fucking did. You
that's
see what
fine.
I'm saying about these bitches, guys? You see
Yeah.
what I'm saying? You guys want to put them on a pedestal, and they're just right there
Yeah, dude.
picking at the carcass.
But it fixed me.
In that situation,
fixed
as an
me
old man,
completely.
I say you're justified 100%. Fucking do it.
Yeah, oh, no, it's-
100%.
the act is like whatever, but it like completely fixed that like holy shit, it's over thing. And then I just started using Tinder, and every time I never got like a down moment in that like really quiet like alone time. It was just never happened. Every day I was off, I had a girl hanging out with me, and 3 or 4 months passed, and I never even grieved or thought about it. And then I was over it. And then my ex-wife like messaged me, and she's like, "I want to move back home," and this was like 4 months later. And I had mourned it and grieved it, and I was like, "Nope." And then that was it.
Yeah.
So
I
was enjoying it. I was enjoying the like streaming and like hanging out with girls, because I was streaming on Twitch a little bit and just playing Resident Evil and hanging out with girls. That's what I was doing at the time. But, so yeah, dude.
Well, they say you never know what you got till it's gone, but sometimes you never know what was lacking until it comes. What was lacking until it comes back into your life.
Yeah.
Because I was the same boat like with Theo. The one that I was with was really degrading and really anxious and really controlling and really mean. And then now I'm like, yeah, I'm glad I have my life back. It's so much better having control over my choices and the ability to do whatever the fuck I want with my life.
Real.
Kind of nice, with no one to
She called me and she was like, after everything had blown up, and she was like, "I've decided to forgive you and take you back." And I'm like,
fuck you, bitch.
Talking about this girl lets me do that stuff. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm not going back. I'm like taking a dog back to the shelter. I'm not doing that.
You gotta think.
There's nothing worse than the woman breaking you in half and then coming back and saying, "I'm sorry." Like, go fuck yourself. You
Yeah,
can be sorry
women who
before
do
you
that
did
kind
it,
of
get
shit, they genuinely deserve to get run over by a car.
That literally,
Jesus Christ, Vaughn, you're hired.
Jeez,
Yeah, damn, dude.
I was gonna jab there.
That literally.
DM me my fees.
No,
that same
Nate,
shit.
I
happened
agree
to me.
with you.
That same shit happened to me.
Well, that's why in Dante's Inferno, the closest circle of hell to Satan himself is
That was pretty demoralizing, probably, right?
You know what I mean?
Come back and be like, "I've decided that we're cool."
Yeah.
And then immediately like, "No."
You know.
She's probably like, "What? Wait, what?" And
No,
then her
what-
whole
You can
world
do
is
that? You can turn me down?
Yeah, what's crazy about that?
on
All
its
of those girls ended up in mental institutions over me, one right after another. I think they're probably in there at the same time. Just
Wait
different
on,
reasons.
That's a hell of a notch in your bedpost.
You know what?
Okay.
As I tell this story, I think I might be the problem.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, Theo, don't be taking credit for them being basket cases. Like, what the hell?
That's not something to
That's
brag
just his
about.
taste in women, though, guys. I mean,
Yeah,
there's
I gotta
lots
give
of
To
those
be
on the
fair,
verge
they
ones.
were not in great shape when I found them.
Yeah.
You fixed them and
We
then-
know what you're talking
How
about.
were they when
Come
you
on.
left them?
No, but
It's
like,
not that bad. They could have been in prison like mine or whatever. My ex.
And why is she there, Vagabond? Tell us again.
Like Cam
She
Cole.
stabbed somebody, but whatever. He ended up.
whatever.
Jesus
Yo,
Christ, bro. Make better
had an ex-
choices. You could have random.
Dude, I got one for this. I had an ex who went down for assault with a deadly weapon, and the weapon was a frying pan.
Oh my God.
Well,
Dude,
so
that was
mine.
that's a deadly-ass weapon. Dude, I had a guy worked at me at Red Lobster. He was a server, and he went home one day, and I guess he had a bad day, and he beat his mom's face in with a frying pan. Went to jail.
What?
Jesus Christ.
Hell.
Turned her
Just
head
a
into
big
spaghetti.
piece of cast iron, guys.
Yep,
That's a
spaghetti
blunt
to her
object,
ass. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
in jail.
Spaghetti to her ass.
Was it at least a Teflon pan? You know?
No, dude, it was one of them cast irons that you have to
Oh,
like season.
God.
Yeah.
Why?
He looked like the
Dude,
dude
you
that
can
did
do
it too.
curls with
He
those.
looked like he would have done it.
He
He was like really quiet.
Like, that's surprising, but not shocking. Yeah, I guess.
That's what you can always spot. Like whenever I see on the news somebody doing this shit and they show their picture, it's like, yeah, I see
Yeah.
the red flag. It's all right there in the eyes.
Well,
And
he was
they
a
interview
quiet
people,
guy
yeah,
in the
he was
neighborhood.
he was quiet. He didn't bother anybody. That's the sign. The obnoxious guys walking around telling dick jokes aren't killing anybody.
What are you trying to say about me, son?
Thank you.
The guy
Saying
who
we
works
put you on a
French toast
list, and you
to
should be,
everyday
Nate,
school.
after the running over comment.
Jesus Christ.
We need to get Nate a girlfriend, guys.
I just need my
we're working on that. There's an unofficial effort over at the Touchgrass podcast to make that happen. We're working on it.
Yeah, thanks, Theo. I'm chopped liver down here. Whatever.
We have
I
our
don't know.
ongoing project, right? We got.
Yeah.
You know.
Nate, I don't know. Nate looks like a little frying pan. He looks like he might do it.
He's a little frying pan in him.
Sizzling hot enough to cook bacon on. I agree.
So, Theo, are the girls rolling D20s?
There's never enough skulls for Nathan's skull thrown in Nathan's tiny house, son. So
Nice.
I'm worried now.
That's bold. Too badass.
You gotta, bro. You just gotta DM one of these terminally autistic D&D influencers or something. Get in with. I think that'd be like the perfect girl for you, for real.
I can make them fight. I can make
find a girl with a little frying pan in her too, and just make magic. Makes it.
There's one really
She's not
attractive
ready
one
for
I follow on Instagram, but everything about her appearance is fake. Like she literally listed everything. Like my freckles are fake, my tits are fake, my face isn't even the same shade it was when I grew up. Like, what the hell, woman?
There's nothing even to grab. What the hell?
I know it's so weird.
Oh, perfect.
Well,
perfect.
we didn't get to we barely got to any topics tonight, but anybody new to the show knows that's why I quit putting topics in the thumbnails unless I'm 100% sure that's we're actually going to talk about. So this is kind of the formula of the show. It's just bullshitting. But I did want to bring this up. Mr. Reagan posted this a little while ago, and I thought it was hilarious. I want to get everybody's thoughts on it.
Women do not need men to get bank accounts, houses. They have careers on their own.
No, you still rely on men. It's just indirect now. See, men have always been in between women and the real world. That your office job is not real life. Here's another depiction of that. Here's men going out to face danger and build things on the outside in order to create a safe space for women on the inside. This is how it's always been, and it still is. You just don't understand that because you're too comfortable. Men still do all the hard work. If all women stopped working right now, we'd be fine. If all men stopped working, everyone would die. And that is, again, because men make all the food and build all the houses and the walls, and they used to guard the border. I guess they gave up on that. Women have never done that and can't. Men still do all of the necessary things to create the space for you to have your girl bossing fun time. The way it works is that women are always really happy for men to do the hard, dangerous work until times are really good, until we build something better than this. And then you look around and you go, hey, men have more than us. No fair. And you go to the government, which writes some laws for you, which makes you equal. And then you are disgusted by men who are equal to you. So without equality laws, it's very easy for women to find men they respect. And with equality laws, it's very difficult. And then everyone tells these men that they're worthless. And then they go, okay, well, I don't want to be this guy, so I'll just be this guy. And then they never grow up and they never do anything. And then you hate them even more. So your girl bossing crap is just not going to last very long because women cannot do what men do. You can't do that work of building the physical world. And what you're doing now is just sort of taking it away from men and having it for yourself without giving them anything back, which makes them go away. And then, like, imagine if you had to build a house. It's not going to happen. And then when men go away, there's bad stuff. So you might want to stop being so mouthy.
I love home apps, dude. I've been watching.
And then you have the gall to choose the fucking bear. You can rock.
Dude, I show my wife those videos too, and she understands it. Like it's, you know,
please
there's a lot
choose
of these
the bear.
things
I will film the encounter.
God damn. This one I found on my own, but usually the real gold comes from Selena. She's more misogynistic than I am.
Yes, so on the whatever podcast win.
I think Lethal Lightning calls it hoflation.
It does.
Please go after the bear so I can get the money shot.
If they want to choose the bear,
so easy for them to assume,
you just have to be the bear.
Yeah.
Hey y'all,
it's easy for women to assume they can just do better.
Camelot, you gotta go now.
Oh man, I'm sorry. We didn't mean to keep you any longer.
Dude, it was this is the funnest show I've been on.
Yay!
You know how it is.
Oh, thanks, man.
You know how it is chasing freaking. You gotta chase numbers and shit. And on my show, I have to I always have to be like this on my show. And I like
You
to
are
just chill
always
and talk.
welcome back. Seriously,
I like talking
we
about
have
gear
fun.
and stuff. It's fun. So, but yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. It's been a freaking hell of a time, and yeah, I'll totally come back. All you gotta do is ask me, as long as I ain't racing.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
oh yeah,
let me
man, you
know,
are welcome
and
back.
I'll-
Thanks, man.
yeah,
Appreciate you having
yeah,
me.
anytime.
Hell yeah, dude.
Selena,
Sorry, what?
you were talking.
Oh no, I was just saying, like, hit me up whenever you're free to be on the show again, and yeah, we'll figure out a schedule and all that. But yeah, you guys, I've got some links for his book and his website for merch in the chat right now.
Nice. I got the salty cover. Can't wait
And
to
if you don't watch this man's live streams and you don't know what Naked Snake is, you suck at life because it's the best. It's fucking hilarious. I've been a huge fan for a long time.
When he does it, but you gave me nothing but shit when I didn't have a shirt on the other night.
Because you're not here. Look at you.
You guys are horrible.
Hey, I'm still in better shape than you. Don't even start with me.
I
I'll
don't
bitch press
care.
you when I
I
get
got
to
my
Vegas.
shirt on.
Yeah, if any of you are around Arizona, like we were talking about earlier, just shoot me a DM because we can get you in. It'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, let me know. If
We'll make it happen. We've been wanting to go hang out with this guy anyway. So
yeah,
dude. Yeah. Well, rock on, y'all. I appreciate you guys. If you if I haven't followed any of you on the panel, just follow me and I'll follow you.
For sure.
And, hell yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
All right, just
Thank you. Have a great night.
Cool. Bye, everybody.
Good luck, man. Take care.
Sir.
That was awesome, Camelot, everybody. Yeah.
Camelot, ladies and gentlemen.
We did not
Good job,
drive him
everybody.
away.
Good job, Arza, for keeping your shirt on, even though your pants went on. Appreciate you, Mr.
We got
Producer.
another super chat, you guys.
To be fair, guys, we know the rules of streaming is you don't have to have pants on as long as the camera isn't aimed down that way. You know.
Stop. Jesus Christ. God damn.
It's true.
JD
It's
for
true.
1999. So I've tried to find a local D&D group, but God help me, they are outside my generation and very odd. I'm 42. You should go subscribe to the man right below me, Full Metal Nate. Selena put his link in the chat. We have Chris Strahd every Saturday. We have a lot of
shy, Nate. Get back in front.
Myself, yes, I'm not. You saw that meme. That was me being nice. Don't make me be mean. You get some confidence.
Nate, you're kicking ass, don't it?
Yeah, stop it. Anyway, you got myself. You've got Theo Snodgrass playing Butterscotch. You've got Strider playing Strider. We're not coming up with that. And myself, I play Roland, the
asshole.
Yes, but I'm also my character has amnesia. He's been reincarnated, and he strongly resembles one of the greatest presidents of our lifetime. So I don't do an impression. I would try an AI to make my avatar, and I tried some older actors like Robert Downey Jr., Val Kilmer. None of them worked. I'm like, fuck it, I'll throw in Trump. What's he gonna look like? It's like, oh, it looks dope. Okay,
yeah,
it works so well. Yeah.
What would Roland have looked like when he was younger? Just out of curiosity.
Baron Trump.
Hey, Baron Trump's he's a big fucking dude. That's like
that guy's been
intimidating guy.
I would stake my left kidney on it.
All he had to do is like whisper something gently in Biden's ear, and you haven't seen that guy crack. Yeah.
Baron 2036. Let's go.
I loved those after the raid, and they were showing that picture of him where he just looks all like kind of like a kid, just kind of sad with the jacket on. It's like looking like little Bruce Wayne. It's like, fuck, this is his vigilante origin story.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
That kid he's gonna go far. He's gonna go far if he plays his cards right.
Chris Strahd tomorrow night. Come check us out.
But yeah, JD, come check it out. We've also we've been trying to build up this man's confidence because he's great at what he does. So there might be some other things in the works. But yeah, we're trying to get into that.
I have to start tagging D&D influencers and posts to Nate, like whatever hot ones I can find.
Yeah. Also,
Please,
it's
please
just hard to
don't.
listen to him whining. Honestly.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
We're gonna
so
break him with this
unpleasant,
shit.
and he has this voice he does when he does it. It's like, mwah, it's terrible. We all hate it. None of us like it. None of us enjoy it.
Nate, we're roasting you because you're nailing it and you're not giving yourself enough credit.
Yeah.
Give yourself more credit.
Those are weird.
I am not. I meant what I said. I want to be clear about that. I was trying to be mean. I want to inflict an emotional trauma right now so that you don't do that shit anymore. This is helping you.
Yep.
You guys are walking down the road, and all of a sudden, a wagon runs over Butterscotch, and he dies.
That's the kind of big dick energy you need in your that's the kind of big dick energy you need to bring. Like, I will end you. That's what you need to do.
Yeah, exactly. You need the same energy as Strider's masseuse had.
Well, you
last
bastards
week.
are not ready for the next episode and the one after that.
Well,
No,
hang on.
I take it back. I take it back.
If we could go ahead, actually, instead of my Kickstarter, if you want to pull up either my Indiegogo or my Fund My Comic, I can put my Indiegogo in chat.
Whichever you prefer, man. Go ahead.
You know what? Too, just because
Everyone needs
Camelot
the
was
points,
just
man.
on, let's do Indiegogo. Just because Camelot, we have a lot of his
Yeah,
friends
no
that
problem.
they're familiar with Indiegogo. And that one's not funded yet, but it's going to be funded. It's just as soon as
Oh, there we
people
go.
that are
Gotta
like
get that one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited to read it.
You know what screwed me up yesterday, Vaughn? I started panicking because I remembered buying everything, but I could not find my order. I couldn't find my email. And you posted that thing about Kickstarter. I'm like, well, I thought I got all 3 covers, and I got another cover, the basic cover of Phenomena of a 1, because I've only got the one variant and I want another one.
Battsauce stole them out of vengeance.
I couldn't find my order number, so I'm like, I know I did it, but I can't find. Maybe I didn't finalize something, because I've had that happen where you click on it and you think, oh, I bought my shit, and then you turn around and it's like the thing tied up. No, I found. So I rebought everything, and then I found my order because I forgot that Fund My Comic existed. I was checking Indiegogo.
Yeah.
If you want any refunds,
No, it actually works. It works out because I know my little brother would dig the shit out of it. So
Okay.
I'm gonna send some of it to him.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna keep the rest to myself. I mean,
Or you can sell it to
Just have it.
MSK, who lost his.
Dude,
now, what I would rather do
regularly
if I have
streams with
extras.
me, and he didn't tell me that he didn't get the bookie.
Dude, he did this with Gabe Al-Taib's book, and I was talking to Nick today, and I got Screecher 3, and I thought MSK did as well, and we were supposed to review it. Nick's like, hey, are you guys going to review it? And I'm like, I've been waiting for MSK to find the damn thing. So I'm just like, you know what? I need to start doing my own reviews for when he loses shit, and I'm just going to spin them up on my comic channel and actually finally do that, and just do my own solo reviews for books when he loses shit all the time.
So Vaughn, I'm actually kind of new to the whole indie scene. It's like I got the issue 1 and issue 2. So will my issue 1 ship whenever issue 2 does?
Yeah,
Is that how
they
that
ship
works?
together.
Okay.
They ship together.
I thought so. I just wanted to confirm.
Yeah.
Anybody pick up Zaylin today?
There we go. Got Indiegogo up.
Not yet. I've had some big expenses I had to take care of this week.
Yeah, I just ordered War of Separation and Yaira too. Like I'm a campaign behind.
I've got a lot of Repiverse catching up to do. I'm gonna do that, but as long as I quit making mistakes like this, because I just bought I bought Phenomena of it because I thought I screwed up and didn't. But even though I remembered clearly, it was
Yeah.
But then
I wasn't surprised. I was like,
I bought Psycho Slumber again, got everything, and then realized, oh, I bought that drunk a few months ago.
See,
like I do not even remember ordering it, but it's like the exact same order, but on a different site. And then I checked the date and I was like, what did I do that Friday night? Go back, watch a replay. Oh, that's why. Okay.
But isn't that kind of a fun surprise whenever you order something drunk? You're like,
yeah, but see, what I'm gonna do, same thing I'll do with if I have any extras of your book when the next one is close to coming out, I might do like a special giveaway to help see if that generates some, excitement over it. I'll do something like that.
Yeah, whatever you want to listen. Once you buy it, dude, I don't care if you wipe your ass with it. You know what I mean? Like, guys, just be being honest. Like,
next,
that's why Battsauce bought so many copies. He's making a Vaughn Coleman like effigy out of the books. He's gonna burn them when the second one comes out.
Dude, yeah, I don't care. That's a good marketing play for me. So go ahead, Battsauce. Yeah. If you guys are just seeing this, you're like, oh, this guy barely. No, I funded on Fund My Comic. I funded on Kickstarter. Indiegogo is the one I haven't funded on, so I'm promoting that now. But it's funded.
Yeah, okay.
And we're like really close to 10K across all the platforms. You get the same stretch goals. So we get 10K across everything combined. Everyone gets an extra trading card, which we're like only 1,000 away from, and we got 2.
Is it another hot chick?
If you scroll down, you can get you can see what it is.
Oh, let's check it out.
Yes.
So
it's not supposed to come out 10 years later, right?
No, it is. I actually was. It was going to be formatted today, but then I was looking at the credits page and noticed a typo, and I'm like, I can't let this go to print. So otherwise,
that's cool.
That sucks.
Yeah. So we get some first appearances in this issue, but yeah, if you go there, fan cards is closed. But if you keep scrolling down, a little bit further. All right, there we go. That trading card is a guarantee. If it gets funded on Indiegogo, that's a guarantee. Which is
cool.
Very nice.
And then that one, if we had 10K, which we're basically there, everyone gets a trading card with that art.
Sweet.
Any tiers where you're looking urinals or anything?
Oh my gosh.
Ew.
Man, I know. Okay, we all know what we want to talk about. We didn't, and it was fun.
That's Monday or Wednesday.
Yeah,
We're not going there.
Wednesday episode.
Just let it.
We already know.
It's not a big deal. Just let it. Pass
Right.
by.
While I enjoyed watching it, I'm starting to get, and I think this is the right, positive energy to have, is just be excited for people that are cool, that are making shit that's coming out.
I'm kind of
That's what I keep
saying,
dude.
15K is that everyone gets the Rebel Oasis sticker. And then 20K, basically, I just kind of was like, I don't think I was going to get that like at January launch, but I'm like, that's just more money towards issue 3, so it comes out fast. But I don't know where to get that.
Selena just read it about a week ago. And I'm not even. Oh, you read? Yep. See.
Yeah.
And
Well, the
she
first
said
time,
the exact same thing that I was thinking. She said right after reading it. Go ahead.
I said it plays out like a movie, like it needs to be a movie.
Yeah, you said this needs to be a cartoon series.
Thank you. Yeah, well, I mean, I majored in film, and honestly, I'll tell you this because I always say it's the comic stuff because those are my most recent influences. But the week I launched it, they were replaying the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movies in theaters, and I'm like, nope, I think this is my number one influence because I came with the idea before I even read comics. So that's why I like the origin, the montage with the costume, like all of that was like I really pulled heavily from the Sam Raimi movie, the X-Men movie too, movies.
Illustrations.
I definitely feel the X-Men and New Mutants influence.
Oh yeah,
a lot. It's heavy. If you've read the books,
Yeah, I mean, Chris Claremont is. Every time I'd feel bad about too many word balloons on the page, I'd look at Chris Claremont's. I mean, you know what? I'm not that bad.
It's really not that bad. I mean, pick up a modern book, and it's then you're looking at too much words, not enough anything else.
I think that there's too little word balloons on modern books.
That depends on who
He
the writer
through
is.
them so fast.
Well, I think there's two.
They were like a meal. I mean, I say back in the days if it was alive, but reading those older comics, I'm like those old Spider-Man comics. You take your time to read through those 20 so pages. Like these ones is 20 pages. Like, all right, done.
Yeah. It's not that there's not a lack of writing. It's just a lack of anything of substance. Like there's nothing. There's no meat to it. There's nothing to chew on. There's nothing there's nothing memorable about it. It's just all plot, if that, or if there's not lecturing. It's ridiculous.
Even some of the modern books I've liked, once I've read, it's just like, okay, I still have kind of that itch. Like then I go look for something. I probably read something I've already read after that. It doesn't have something that you read and you're automatically like, if I don't have the next one, which we didn't, it's being funded right now. You immediately pick it up and read it again. That's what I did. That's what Selena did. It's crazy. So you did a damn good job.
Yeah,
thank
I'm
you.
gonna make my order.
The second
I can't wait
one,
to read it. I'm really looking forward to it.
The second one, I feel bad now you say it because the first one reads fast and 60 something pages. The second one is like less than half the length. So I'm hoping to get them out faster.
Yeah,
I'm gonna make my order.
Your introductory issue
soon,
should be the bigger one because you're getting established, and then
I'm gonna have my order soon. But the joke's on you, Vaughn. My car's already messed up. So.
Yeah,
that's my whole business model. That's my brand, allegedly.
Yeah, I know.
Allegedly.
Yes.
It's delivered by Boomerang directly to your vehicle. You throw them out specifically and it targets all of our tailpipes.
Right. Just so you know, Society did leave. He just said he had to bounce. But yeah, go check out.
Oh shit!
his,
Hey, Society, if you're still watching, man, I'm sorry we didn't. He's probably like, "Fuck, I want to talk about topics," and they're being dumbasses again this show. That sometimes happens that way.
He's
We
black.
talked
and
about
blind.
topics. I don't
Okay, shut
know. I don't know what they went all over the but that was fun, dude. Like I've been hearing about Camelot forever.
Yeah,
I'd never really watched him before. Like he was one of those people that's like been in my peripheral forever. I've had mutual friends, whatever.
Mhm.
Great dude. I love this guy.
Very good.
Yeah. Now, what I like, he's very comfortable with who he is, and he just fucking throws it out there, and that's an awesome trait, and he's just an entertaining guy. So this was
That's
a
what
great
you gotta
show.
be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Nate. Anyway.
Because, Nate, you got to embrace it. You're already there. You just gotta
embrace who you are, bro.
Embrace your awesomeness.
I don't know who I am, dude.
Most of us don't. That doesn't go away.
Dude, you don't want to figure
when I'm just trying to figure out who I am. Like that never goes away. It's okay.
What kind of gay shit is that to say on a live stream?
Hey, I'm
We're watching this, bro.
Nate, figure out who you are, and then the pussy will come. It's like if you build it. If you build
I
it,
see you
know
looking
who
at
you
video
are.
games to do that right now.
Oh, that's good. Oh, fuck. That was fun.
We do this because we love you, Nate. Oh, I froze. Shit.
Feeling
You're
the love.
frozen.
You're
I'm
frozen.
frozen.
Oh man,
I look like I'm just
No.
constantly
So much the
staring
other
at
night.
Nate now. Like,
You've
That
got
was
internet
I
like
got some
Shaq
candy and
does.
puppies in my
Those
windowless
two.
van.
Okay, you got to roll a d20 to get back to normal.
You fail.
no, I got a force stop OBS to get back to normal.
I would make I would make him roll with disadvantage.
No, what I was saying,
Like
Nate,
you
we do this because we
liar.
fucking love you, dude. And we want you to keep playing D&D and you're doing your thing.
And being you.
Up if you don't.
You gotta be solid on who you are. You don't want some hoe coming along trying to convince you to vote for Joe Biden and dye your hair rainbow colors.
I can't really do that when I just
you and
chill in
settle
my house and play with my.
That's no joke. He's right.
Yeah.
There you go.
You don't want women
there's
that see you with
nothing
multiple
that's
Here's what I have. What they're talking about, Nate, is if you don't have if you don't like the person you are, you don't have a firm sense of your identity, then the first girl who touches your penis has the power to change your life. And she's gonna use that to ruin it.
Truth. But the thing is though, you already know who you are. You probably just convinced yourself that you don't, and that maybe that's inadequate somehow. It's not. It's not. Embrace who you are, and fuck anyone who has a problem with it.
I like it when Strider tells us. I like it when Strider
I've
tells us
spoken to
things
them
his
all.
therapist said to him recently. That always warms my heart.
What I like is when he doesn't.
Have I ever been wrong? Like touch grass last week? I was trying to get my stuff in. It's like, guys, I've had therapy for this exact. thing.
What I like even more is when he describes things that his therapist said and puts it out as his own ideas, wearing a cowboy hat.
Yes,
it packs so much more of a punch that way.
Is your therapist in GTA 5? Because I got the same therapist as well.
There you go, Nate. Drunken says Nate needs to get his first divorce out
Yes.
of the way. There you go.
Oh no, I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy.
Oh, dude.
Ryan
My
says
favorite thing
smile.
that
Yes,
Strider does
smile.
is tell us what.
Yeah,
his-
Nate, you'd be prettier if you just smiled more.
Yeah. See,
You know what? You cannot say that with that face and that hair. Put some makeup on, you look like the Joker. Don't ever tell me to smile looking like that.
Oh, there you go. That's what you need to do.
There you go.
And the funny thing is, that's true. So good job.
Dude.
Jokes are always better if they have a hint of truth.
That's true. Yeah,
bit.
that's true. And I have a preference for Harley Quinn.
Are you
as I've already
scared?
stated, so
She's
on a couple
scars. You
levels.
want to know how I got them?
Well, you should come to Dragon Con because there
She
are
told
chicks
me
that
I ought
have
to smile
signs.
more. Theo just.
Theo, there's one. Sorry, Vagabond. There's one word I don't like in that statement. It's drag. I'd be very scared.
Well, I was
Different
saying
convention
in
altogether.
Dragon Con, there are chicks that are walking around with signs, 5 shekels or roll a d20 and they can step on you.
Nate, go. I will join you and I'll take a picture of it.
No,
Wait,
no,
what's
wait,
wrong?
no. Women will step on your EPA.
I am Nick Ricade at 2.3. I have to embrace it.
Fellas,
See, it's
You're not that
weird
until
shit
you
like
get
this. It
involved.
always
I was
reminds
at
me.
the enemy not
I'm
starting.
so
Nick
happy
Ricade
to
got
be
stepped
fucking
on, so I
married.
remember that.
If I want to be stepped on, I can just go over the room and lay down.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's like
Okay.
self-hatred and sexual deviancy are such a bad combination. You don't want to go down that road, Nate.
Right.
have you been down that road?
I don't want to talk about it. This is not that.
Oh, that was way too eager.
I don't want to talk about it. Let's
No, I
not.
got a lot of hate and anger. I'm not so sure about the sexual thing though.
Completely understandable.
Dude,
We got another $9.99 from JD. I have to work in the morning, so I'll leave this. Don't be a cuckold. And JD, thank you. I hope you turn into the show as often as you like. You don't always have to super chat, of course, but I appreciate it. But yeah, I love seeing new people here. This is why I want to do this. Just fucking have a bunch of cool people on the panel, a bunch of cool people in the chat, and we're all hanging out. And
Exactly.
we're at about 5 minutes away from the 2:30 mark, and I want to keep these shows shorter because I know everybody has other things to do. Insert title here will be starting in about an hour and a half over on Drunken Emerald
Oh,
Arrows
thanks,
channel.
Diane. I appreciate you.
Still Nate's thunder.
Cyanide.
So I'm pretty sure myself, Nate, and Theo will be over there if you guys want to join. But we'll go ahead and start doing outros. We'll start down at the bottom. Last one in, first one out. Vagabond, what you got going on, man?
Nothing much. Uploaded a video finally again. So I did a reaction to a month late reaction to Kicking Saturdays with Anime, their black tier list of anime characters. So it's about a 2-hour stream. So I don't know if you want to watch that long, but go ahead and go check that out.
Where's that on? What channel? Do you put it on yours?
Yeah, it's on my channel, The Runaway Vagabond.
Okay.
And pretty soon I should have some other videos uploaded. Finally late. A video of me trying balut. And then
why?
It's actually pretty delicious. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So and then I got some other videos I'm gonna upload probably from MegaCon, and like me giving Mo a bunch of watermelon candy. Well, other than that, pretty soon I'm working on my computer build so I can start hosting. I swear it's not hentai pretty soon.
Nice. I can't wait for that. And Professor Savage Dad, what you got on the rest of the weekend, this evening, and onward?
Let's see. What do I have going on this weekend? I'll be doing. I think I'll be talking to BS Warren about this ridiculous Nightwing comic this weekend. This like one that was so terrible. He's like a French underwear model. It's a free comic they put out because they realized absolutely nobody would buy it.
Oh my god!
So he wanted to kind of go over that, and we were going to tear it down a little bit. So I think we might be doing that tomorrow, or it was next Saturday. I'm not sure when. Other than that, Chatterday tomorrow night playing Fall Guys over on Dermy Wormy's channel. We'll be ejecting Dermy constantly and blaming him for everything because that's what makes it fun for everybody.
At least you didn't say ejaculating Dermy.
Oh, gross.
No.
Well, he might be
doing that.
It depends on how big the
guys
head
at
is.
the truck stop. Other than that, let's see. I think we're going to be doing not a review next week on MSK show. We're going to be doing a comic book hot takes. I haven't decided what mine is yet, but I did get some attention on shitting on Blackest Night a little bit. Not that I didn't like the story, but my biggest complaint about Jeff Johns has always been that he couldn't write a story that was less than 30 issues. Period.
No,
everything he ever did was forever.
Was behind me as you said that.
Yeah, it's like, but so I don't know if that's going to be it, but I did get some attention when I posted it. The people are bitching at me about it, so I'm like, okay, good. This is a fraught topic. Maybe I'll use it, but
nice.
I've got plenty of other hot takes. I've been reading comics since 1991, so it's been a little while. What else do I have going on? Stealing Shagsworth conversations and calling it commuter convos and doing that as I have been doing lately. On the days when I have a commute in and out of work, I try to make those work when I have a topic to talk about. So I'll probably have at least 2 of those streams next week, which are usually at 5 p.m. Pacific time, Arizona time, West Coast time, as it currently is now. And then I'll be back here next Friday night.
Hell yeah.
Shits and giggles.
Cool.
Man, and I know MSK asked me about joining the comic book hot takes. I just don't know if I can, but I've got mine, and I know it'll piss a lot of people off. Mine is Reformed Magneto from the New Mutants was better and should have stayed that way. It was better for the story.
Hold on. That is that's here's the thing. I like
See?
that.
Go ahead.
I because I read through that run. I enjoy that.
You
era.
are coping.
But I just
coping
got-
and seething.
I just had deja vu. Did I dream this?
Reformed Magneto was also a better schoolmaster than Professor Charles Xavier.
There is that one. Hang on. There is that one issue when he first joins. You remember? I know you remember this, where it's where those guys, they don't explicitly state it, but they're gonna try and do things to Danny Moonstar. Right. If you remember, they tack onto the road, and Magneto, he goes up to their house and he like rips the roof off, and he slams it back. He's like, "Don't mess with my students." Like something to that effect. So that I get.
So good.
But I will say, I just got to the part in the comics where he goes bad again in the Savage Land when he kills Zaladane, and I'm like, "That's so cool." Like, so I get it what you're saying.
I liked that, but I didn't want it to. I wanted it to be a moment of like an addict's what's
Relapse.
the word? Relapse. I want to be just a relapse, and then him to go. I didn't want it. I thought he was that his story arc, his redemption arc was better, and it worked for the character. And I know a lot of people that just bitch and moan and hate it. And Magneto, he's the bad guy. He's got to be. Okay, that's my hot take.
It's a good. Are we giving? Well, I'm giving them now because I would also say New Mutants. I will say as a series after Magneto leaves the Headmaster is around the time that series falls off the rails. Well, it's also the same. Like that happens right after Magic leaves, so it's back to back. It's like God damn, those are the hits. Are we going hot take? Because when is that show?
Oh no, this is MSK's doing it over on his channel. You can holler at him, see if he's
okay
when it is and everything.
What day is it? All right.
It's gonna be Wednesday, Vaughn, and you should definitely come on.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah. I've got weekly rogues that day. If it's after that, I might be able to. Otherwise, I'll let Vaughn phone in my my hot take.
He'll be my whipping boy. He'll be my sacrificial lamb.
Yeah, in case I can't do it, what would my hot take be? I'm trying to think. I think
what kind of pie is that?
Key lime and Arizona orange.
Oh, nice.
Pie day, guys. Come on.
Oh, I forgot it was Pie Day. Damn it.
Friday Pie Day.
Absolutely Pie Day.
Celebrated Mario Day, so I should.
Yeah.
While Vaughn's
mine,
contemplating,
Jean Grey should have stayed. I don't know if that's really that hot of a take.
Jean Grey should have stayed dead. Now a lot of people think
not
that.
really a
I'm
hot
kind
take.
of
Yeah,
in that. Yeah.
I'd agree.
Even Chris Claremont, who killed her off, would agree with that. So that's not really hot.
Yeah, I think I agree with the Jean
was a
Grey
very-
thing.
Stand by my writing. Surprise, surprise.
I'm not a big fan of. And one of my other takes was that rebirths, Hal's, and Barry's never should have happened, even to that extent. Even though I think it's the best one, Bucky's rebirth or reborn or coming back from the dead didn't need to happen either. I don't care for them. I don't think they added anything to the universe. And with the DC shit, that was the beginning of the end, the road towards New 52, which
See, when I read Green Lantern Rebirth, I love it. I love it. I think it's so.
I would have minded it, like if it was we're gonna do this for a year, like Hal and Barry pop back into the universe from some old adventure of theirs, and here they are. They're here for a year, and then they pop back out. I think it would have even been more meaningful. It would have been more interesting if it would have been done that way, as opposed to, hey, now we're just gonna replace Kyle Rayner for no reason, and he's going to disappear into nothingness, and Hal is back. Why? I don't know.
I think I'm pretty much on the same page, Prof. I think I agree with you on all of that, to be honest. As much as, just like you, the books were good, but I agree with
the long-term
his
effects.
statement. Yes, exactly.
I like G.I. Joe.
See,
hi, Strider. What do you got coming up, man?
I was totally just shitting on you. Well, I got, of course, Curse of Strahd tomorrow, Full Metal Nate. I was going to do my first ever live stream last night, but obviously death in the family, so I'm going to be dealing with that this weekend.
Yeah.
But next
Sucks,
month,
man. Sorry to hear that.
next month. Yeah, sorry. It was it was weird because it wasn't exactly. It was surprising, but wasn't exactly shocking. So, but I do get to spend the weekend with my family this weekend, so that's going to be good. But this coming Thursday, I do plan to do my just reading live stream, sitting down for 45 minutes to an hour, just reading a book and unwinding for a little bit. And then,
how do you
what's that?
Do you read it out loud?
I'm going to read it out loud.
I was going to say, I was like, I pictured you
reading in silence.
Actually, you shouldn't read
good,
it all.
guys.
You
That's a
should
great
just
book. Yeah, you should
stare.
definitely read this.
You should just read the
wow,
book.
that was amazing. You guys should definitely read it. No, I'm going to be reading it out loud.
That would work.
Yeah. Hopefully, I don't get copyright struck. That would suck. But it's a book I've been wanting to read for a while, so we'll see.
Be careful about that. Gal did a similar thing to that, and she usually sticks to public domain stuff.
Okay. I may break it up because it's not nonfiction. It's a historical fiction book with actually a subject that I know quite well. So I'll try to like break it up every page or so and kind of explain what's going on, some of the back stuff, what's going on. Because I think I have a pretty good understanding. Yeah, I'll try to break it up and try to avoid the algorithm kicking my ass. But
transformative.
Yeah, that's the goal. Like, because I like reading, and especially I like reading about stuff I already know, and it kind of helps.
You know
me
what else
feel
you like is
interesting.
ranting about shit that pisses you off. Have you thought about getting a random
I
website
do.
that pisses you
Well,
off?
that's the thing. That's the thing.
Bro,
I
you
tried,
keep running the
that's
fucking
why-
light when you get a turn to talk. You just
I know, right?
I'm sorry.
You need your own show. That's what I'm saying. You got to drain the pipe,
Strider's a
man. That's the problem.
Well, I try to do videos for a little bit. I just kind of stopped, and then I was like, I don't really like doing videos, so maybe I'll just do streaming. But we'll see. Everyone's doing streams, but I just kind of like hanging out here. But yeah, Curse of Strahd tomorrow, and then every Friday night here at Rogues Gallery, and then probably every week. Yeah, we'll see about weekly Rogues Gallery on Wednesdays.
Yes,
Pop in and out of there.
I've got to get that all. It'll help once I have the two separate intros, and then I decide which one I'm continuing. I think this one will keep going like 50, 51, 52, etc., and that one will be the branded the new show. But anyway, Vaughn Coleman, what do you got coming up? Because I know it's a lot.
Yeah, I mean, so I have the Fund My Comic closeout stream on Sunday because I was like, they're like, we want those printer numbers soon. So honestly, the faster you guys back, even if you're on Indiegogo, the better, because I'm putting those printer numbers in for like how many of each variant I'm going to get, all that. So I'm going to be closing that out, having a whole celebration on Sunday. That's going to be my main closeout. And then because I'm already committed to the Indiegogo for another week, yeah, it will be like the last chance, like over on Indiegogo. But if you want last chance to get everything, Sunday night we're gonna have a whole party. Even if you already backed and just want to watch us all hang out, everyone on panels welcome to swing by. We'll be having just a blast on Sunday. So yeah,
I will probably only be able to stay for a minute or two because it is a work night for me, but I'll definitely pop in if I can.
Yeah,
You got room
no
for me, that
pressure.
is.
Yeah, no pressure. Well, I mean, I'll be streaming for, I don't know how many hours, but probably more than one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'll be fun. And,
Okay, and Nate's here. So Theo, just kidding, Nate. Just kidding. Tell us a little bit about the exciting thing you have planned for tomorrow afternoon.
Just Curse of Strahd episode 18.
Mm-hmm.
Come check us out.
Absolutely.
Oh, by the way,
I'll be
on
go ahead.
I'll be on insert title here in a little bit. I try to be here when I can, but other than that, I just sit in my house, play games, roll dice, and play D&D. That's about it.
He also makes amazing content. You should go subscribe to his channel. He's a fantastic dungeon master, and his show is extremely entertaining with a lot of humor and adventure. That's
exactly
how I'm gonna
Theo
build it in my
Snodgrass.
next-
Yeah, he's not much of a salesman, but he's a pretty good dungeon master. So
Yeah.
please go subscribe to his channel. Hey, let's say, do you like handsome guys with blonde hair? That's me. You should come follow me on all social media. And you know what you should do? You should watch me on D&D because I'm on Full Metal Nate's channel. I'm playing Butterscotch Bally Nook. He's a halfling bard, and he's a ton of fun. You're gonna love him. He's gonna be your favorite. I know he's my favorite. I'm
He's gonna be the
also
first to die.
I'm also going to be hosting.
At least you're
I'm hosting my podcast tomorrow morning. It's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. It's going to be Touch Grass with Theo Snodgrass. That's over on my YouTube. I'm also on insert title here right after this on Drunk Emerald's channel. I'm on the Weekly Rogues Gallery. I'm on the Weekend Rogues Gallery. I'm everywhere, baby. You know, I know what you're thinking. Theo, that's too many things to keep track of. How am I supposed to keep track of that? Know when your live stand-up is happening. Know when your Patreon is posting new stuff. Know when your merch store's been updated. How am I supposed to keep track of all that stuff? Well, you got to follow me on all my social media. That's what you got to do. And that's what you got to do. And then you got to DM me when you're lonely and you miss me.
Yeah, for the next couple of weeks, he's going to be writing super high on Camelot, telling him that he's
one night.
Yeah, I don't know. You seemed a little too cozy with Camelot.
He was Camelot called him handsome, and Theo lit up.
Yeah, I don't know.
Camelot,
Strangers, if you guys are both at
I
Vegas,
think they were just identifying kindred spirits, and
no,
magic
that's
just
right.
happened.
Dude, Camelot is my Gemini twin, bro. Like that dude is
there was something there. There was something there.
that was magical, bro. We got to get him on Touch Grass.
Yeah.
Yeah, reach out to him.
Can you not be gay for 5 minutes? Jesus Christ.
I cannot.
5 minutes?
For
For 5 minutes?
It's just, I've just woven it into my personality.
That's
why
also,
I'm.
I forgot to mention.
Yeah.
I am going to go to a small Comic-Con in New Jersey tomorrow. If anyone is from that
Awesome.
state, which, by the way, I did notice all the NASCAR states. You know what I noticed? You know what I didn't notice? In New Jersey.
Reduce
What a surprise. There's nothing cool
because of the mob.
Shithole state.
Yes, you need to leave that horrible state.
Dude,
Dude,
we
nothing
should
up
go
to New
to
Jersey
freedom.
school.
You should come to
Move down
Las
to Texas.
Vegas, Nevada.
We give hats to you when you cross the border.
Come to
Just
Vegas.
please.
Join the content house. Come to
Come to
Vegas.
Vegas.
Yes.
We're building.
Okay,
We're building.
let's set a realistic goal, and I'm putting a pen and making it official. If we do hit that like ridiculous big time status, then a content house is happening, and anyone on the panel that is willing to relocate.
Even if we
and
don't,
ca-
motherfucker, I just need a place to live.
Yeah, I'll do it. I'll do it.
About, bro.
I already have a house.
The mission is
Care
called
about
Content
successful.
House / prevent Theo from becoming homeless.
I just homeless again,
That's the
motherfucker.
real-
homeless again. I want to stay
That's gonna be
inside.
Theo's rehab
I've been
house.
spoiled.
That's where
I've
he
had a
shows up
mattress
after a
now for
coke
over a
bender.
year. I'm not going back.
That house iron is where Theo
Are you
shows
sure
up
about
after
that?
his first comedy coke bender. He just shows up there at the dark of the night.
Oh, not this again. Shut up.
It's funny you're talking
Like
about
a
things
drunk
I've
guy.
already done in my past. I'm not going backwards. I'm
I'm
going
not talking
forwards.
about you,
Dude, I'm
Theo.
not
I'm
going-
talking
dude,
about
I'm not going-
Theo.
Oh, I thought you were talking about me
Theo.
doing coke off a dwarf sass. I was like, wow.
Theo.
I'm not going back.
I
to
wasn't
cocaine now
always
that
married,
fentanyl's in the
folks.
country.
Just
Well,
don't
not a
relocate.
dwarf. I mean,
Just
geez.
don't
I am married.
relocate.
You know what's great about being old and married and having a just a normal sane woman in your life? While I'm streaming,
everything.
She brings me fucking pie from the kitchen, and I didn't have to ask. I didn't have to say shit. It just showed up, and now I'm enjoying it.
Nobody
That's the
relocate.
pie, guys.
If you're gonna relocate, just don't relocate near a middle school like a certain friend of ours. If you know what I'm saying.
Well, if we were to do that, he obviously couldn't join the content house. There's, I think, laws against that.
Yeah.
There's also morals against that.
Right. Oh, Vaughn, you gotta go check out Theo. Was it the last episode of Touch Grass?
Yeah, it was. It was.
That was hilarious. I'm so glad I forsook a day's worth of earning.
And
from
all I can say is, do not take dating advice from Darnell.
Just don't.
No,
just don't do it.
Because he'll
Or
he'll
you have
he'll
no
get, he'll get you
self-esteem at all,
he'll get
do
you
so.
put on a watch list somewhere. If you
Yes.
take advice from him. So,
dude, yeah.
You know,
dude.
I think he's an undercover. He's just trying to entrap somebody into doing his. Then he's like, guess what? I'm still a cop, motherfuckers. Gotcha.
That's what's gonna happen. I'm telling. Yep.
he keeps telling us he can't find a job. I think he already has a job, and it's for the feds.
Right.
That man is a secret fed.
Those kids are just extremely talented child actors that are planted there by the CIA. They're on loan from Disney.
Iron's got his full child crisis actor Alex Jones arc going now.
He has a remember the show Bait Car where they put the bait car where they like someone's steal it.
Yes.
It's bait stream.
Oh no!
I remember a
Oh,
thousand ways
no.
to die. It was very entertaining.
I don't like this. I need an adult.
All right. And then before we get to me,
That's what he
my
said last
wife,
time we got a
co-host,
massage.
and producer, You get all three of those hats now. Selena,
Yay.
Scream Queen Selena. When are you going to do your own channel?
Never. But anyway.
All right.
After the baby.
Play horror games. Your name is literally Scream Queen Selena. For the love of God, play fucking horror games.
We got to find one that won't make her
Find
sick.
a way to not make me sick.
Good luck.
Yeah, that's all.
That,
Yeah.
that new Silent Hill F.
Okay, I have an
Okay,
idea.
well-
I have an idea to pitch you guys, but it's not going to be interesting to talk about on stream. So
Okay,
we'll talk
for
about
later
it
though.
Okay.
after.
Yeah, we should also tell them about our other idea too off stream.
There's a lot of ways this could go with the what
Okay.
Theo
I
just had to
can't
say.
wait to hear all this.
Well, then
I
what's in
really
the
dig your
show?
guys'
It's
vibe.
Wait,
It's not gay.
wait.
I made it sound gay.
I'm gonna
It's
be
not
on.
gay.
I'm gonna be on Theo Snodgrass's channel tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. PST. I am part of the panel now. Yay!
Nice.
For Touchgrass. I'm also the producer right here for the weekend and weekly Rogues Gallery. So join us on Wednesdays and Fridays now, twice a week. I'm so excited that we are monetized. I want to especially thank Camelot for coming by. As a matter of fact, I put his
Hell
links
yeah,
in the chat.
Camelot.
Yeah,
Camelot
thank
was
you
awesome.
so
Camelot's
much.
always been awesome.
You rock. I put his links in the chat. If we could just show the comic again real quick. I just want to put it on the screen one more time. And then let's see.
That's a good
You
idea.
can usually find me occasionally on Drunken Arrow's channel for insert title here. Tonight I won't be doing so because I have to work. But other than that, thank you guys so much. It's been an awesome stream. You guys have been great. Thank you. And here's
Ride and
here's the
Die,
song.
which I am confirmed purchasing tonight.
I already ordered
Definitely
it.
check
I
this
got mine
out.
in.
It looks dope as hell.
That was the cover.
And I'll give an honest review.
Cover's sick.
If it's
I always do,
subpar,
too.
I will. Yeah.
Well, if MSK doesn't get it, then you and I should review it, Iron, on one of our channels.
For sure.
We've talked about it multiple times. I'm still amazed that MSK, he'll stream with me. And
Dude,
then
he
I
did that
never-
with Gabe El Taib's book. Gabe El
And
Taib, he had him on the show, and
John's
Gabe sent him another book. Gabe's fucking cool though, but
yeah, Gabe. I know
he
Gabe's cool.
he
Actually,
does
fun
that.
fact,
You gotta wrangle him with the book sometimes and constantly remind him. And they need to get on his shit about Phenomenova. I know it's in his. I guarantee you, it's in his house.
Fun fact
buys
is
some new
Gabe,
books,
with Gabe, it was there was this book actually. I actually just got sent PDFs. That reminds me, I have to get to it. Star Riders that I was an editor on, and I had no idea because I didn't talk to the colorist at all. It was one of my second book. It should be coming out sometime soon. And then I heard about the things, and I was like, oh, that what is that colorist? I was looking at. I was like, oh, the book I edited. That's the guy who just did the Left DC over Truth, Justice, American Way. It was just happened to be that way. And I reached out to him. I was like, hey, you know who I am? And he's like, no.
Real quick, I just want to say thank you, Jason, for sending me this super cool monkey. I love him so much. I've been meaning
that's
to
my
say
cousin.
thank you. So thank you. So Iron, where do you have to shill out?
Okay.
Cartoon.
I know. I've got a lot. So
You do.
tomorrow morning, I will be on Sammy 3Peat's channel for Cavecast. It's basically an academic look at the lore and history of Batman. And I had a lot of fun last week. I was asked back on again this week, and it takes a lot to get me up at 8 a.m. on my day off. And I'm willing to do that because it was a great channel or a great show, and you should go subscribe to Sammy, follow him on X, and take a look at everything he says. He's a funny and hella entertaining guy. Really like the dude. So come hang out if you're up in the morning. If you're not, no big deal. Watch the replay. It is a good show. In fact, get caught up on it. They're fairly short. They're only about an hour-ish, but there's a lot of information, especially if you're new to Batman or you just want to hear some of the deeper lore and history. So there's that. Immediately following that, who am also I think I'm a regular or semi-regular. I'll let Theo decide. Over on Touchgrass. Yay! Over on Touchgrass with Theo Snodgrass. I think he likes the package. You get the married insight into some of the stuff he deals with. You got a really cool formula, and I like your approach, and you seem to be genuine and trying to help people, or only trying to help yourself. I haven't quite determined that yet. Either way, it's
in the middle, Iron.
I have a lot of fun over there. That'll be at 11 a.m. PST for my time, I believe. Then immediately after that, well, VO, like I've got enough to just like eat or walk the dogs and then go right back on stream. I'll be on Curse of Strahd with Full Metal Nate, the greatest D&D streamer that you don't know about but should go subscribe to his channel because he's fucking awesome and should never quit. You only get better. Just
Tag
keep
all of the
leveling up.
hot D&D influencers you can find in his X account. Share his show, like it, sub it, send it to your hot
Yeah, we should
D&D
just start
influencer
tagging
friends.
people at his shit, right? We should start.
Yeah,
doing that.
Let's do it. I'm down.
Yeah, let's start sending
Okay.
his stream link,
So-
like his YouTube link to some hot D&D chicks.
Absolutely.
Right. Now, again, you already know about Weekly Rogues Gallery every Wednesday at 5:35 p.m. PST, same time as this show, but on Wednesdays. Friday show hasn't changed, 5:35 p.m. PST. We've got I believe our guest will be a young writer named Ali, who I've met through our mutual friend Vaughn, and she seems like a fun lady, and we're going to have a lot of fun talking to her next week. The following Friday, we will have Philip Chan from Project Egg Roll on. Looking forward to that as well. That'll be the last show of the month, so we'll also may have a surprise appearance by Mr. Berger for a little bit of music trivia or whatever he's going to have in the store for us. The last half hour of the show. We'll have fun that way. Speaking of Mr. Berger, he has been for a long time developing a cartoon. He asked me to try out as a voice role for a character called Pop Cop, and I did a reading with him. And by the end of the reading, I inherited 3 more characters. And it's been a lifelong dream of mine to voice cartoon characters, honestly. So this is just getting to do this has been great. In fact, one of the characters, somebody mentioned channeling my Alex Jones. Well, funny story. One of the characters that you might want to take a look at when these episodes come out is called Egbert, and I had a lot of fun doing that voice. And I was just doing it so that him and the other actor could keep place in between their lines. And then I ended up snagging the role for myself, so I freaking loved it. But gotta have a lot of fun doing that. So keep track. There's also a official Mr. Berger fan page. Now, this is run by fans on X for Mr. Berger, who is not affiliated in any way with this X account. He does not run it. It is run by fans, but you can follow some of what's going on there. I just put the link in the chat, and I'm going to put the link to the Mr. Berger YouTube channel in the chat as well. You should go over there, check it out. He has the best trivia show every Saturday night immediately after Flashcast. I occasionally join over there as well. So go follow Mr. Berger. But again, the cartoon, I believe he said they're looking at a sneak preview of a nearly finished 30-minute episode by December of this year. So we'll see what happens. But I'm going to end the show on a little cartoon so everybody gets a sample of that. And if you think it's funny, go follow it. And there may be a live table reading. So I'm talking about these voices I get to do. You'll actually get to see it live with a couple of the other voice actors. Mr. Berger is currently getting that scheduled and set up. But to everybody that was just in the chat having fun, thank you so much. We wouldn't be where we are now without you. To everybody that super chatted, I can't fucking believe that. I am not used to that. I have never had people willingly just, hey, here's some money. Well, fucking
you didn't even have to take just clothes off.
Yeah, really.
It's amazing. And I'll also end it again. If you don't know what Naked Steak is, you're over on Camelot's channel. You're messing out, dude's hilarious.
Yeah, go check it out.
Go sub. That was one of the best guests we've ever had. Just such a fun, cool hangout session.
Great time.
And now I really want, like Arza said, he just romanticizes NASCAR so much. I was just soaking wet, and now I want to go watch NASCAR.
So just everybody wants to fuck this guy. Is that what's going on?
That was all you, Theo. I don't think anybody else said that.
I've just
Theo's.
Okay.
Fine.
That's fine.
Please like and subscribe, you guys. Please like and subscribe. Thank you so much.
All right, but we're gonna end it here on a little cartoon. Whoops, that's me. That's not a cartoon. Where's the cartoon? There it is.
There it is. How do I press
And at the end of the cartoon, you don't have to watch anymore. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
Night, guys. Bye.
Here. A toothbrush? What am I supposed to do with a toothbrush? Oh, you'll figure it out.
I don't like this place, Burger.
Keep it together, guys. You need to.
Hey, watch it, six-legged asshole. You almost hit Mr. Big Stabby.
Why do they call you Big Stabby?
Well, what you think, Essie? I love stabbing people. I stab men, I stab women, I stab dogs and kittens. But what I really love is stabbing old people. I come from a long line of stabbers, man. My dad was a stabber. My granddad was a stabber. My great-granddad before him was a stabber. Hell, my great uncle stabbed Christopher Columbus in the ass. Why'd you think he come to America, huh?
So you better stay out of the way of Mr. Stabby.
Later, chomos.
You know what? I think that guy might just stab us.
Really, you think?
I don't want to be stabbed.
Nobody wants to be stabbed, you sissy. Besides, we have other things in here to be worried about.
Like what?
I don't know, another type of stabbing, and not with a knife, if you know what I mean.
What? No!
Yes!
We need to get the hell out of here.
All right. Thanks for watching.